Oh, hit him low.
Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a feel-good Friday night, a triple header Friday night here at the Wrasslin for Life Network. Me and that pretty face have all the action, all your reaction, your alternative commentary to all the wrestling, Smackdown, Victory Road, and Rampage tonight. It's going to be a fun one. Strap in, strap on. We'll have you hanging from a moment all night long. That one's for you, Nick. But let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live. Like I said, folks, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We got Smackdown. We got Victory Road. We got Rampage. Tonight, the triple header Friday. Hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. Having a wonderful week. We got the weekend ahead of us. So, without further ado, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White. This is my buddy, Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrasslin for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, we got Friday Night Smackdown, we've got AEW Rampage, and we've got Victory Road, take me home to the place.
I was about to ask, is this a French-themed stream, and then you went country?
Well, it's like how, I don't know if you guys deal with that, but us in the U.S., if you have or you can point out a hoity-toity because it's not Target, it's Target.
Target. Well, we
Target.
have that part of our community we call Quebec.
Yeah, that's a whole. You have a whole province that does that shit,
right? But folks, like I said, we got lots to get into, lots of rumors, lots of stories, lots of news, and we're looking forward to the action. I think the pre-show might be on already for.
If it is, you got to let me know where it is because I got to find it. But I was going to say, well, do we want to talk about the show that happened earlier today that none of us could see? Because I do have pulled up the results for the WWE Superstar Spectacular.
Right.
But
yes, that happened today. Again, I did everything I could to find it and to see if I could cover it. It was not happening. You could only get it in India. So
I was going to make a joke, and that's the one time that a place that mostly pirates streams you couldn't pirate a stream from. Just saying. But anyways, we had Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn go over Indusher, which is Sangha Veer and Jinder Mahal.
Yes.
And then we had Natalya versus defeated Zoe Starks, which I saw people. So the match I thought did happen later on. But this is the match everyone was going around showing where we got CM Punk chants.
Yes. Did you see the video going around? They're like, uh-oh, India's into it. If they're chanting CM Punk in India, where else are we going to get CM Punk chants?
Well, then you've got places like Cultaholic, because I have them pulled up and everything, that have an article pulled up. There's no sources, no nothing, anything. It's just Vince McMahon doesn't want CM Punk in WWE. That's their headline, and then that's the first line of the article, and the rest is basically saying it's up to Endeavor when the Endeavor deal goes through.
Oh, my God. Listen. Some things go without saying. When new bosses take over, they then are in charge of the decisions. Yes, we get that. Putting that in an article doesn't necessarily make it news. But yeah, I mean, clickbaity for sure. And again, until I hear a viable source or somebody, or like, i.e. Vince, say it, I don't believe it.
Well, I was going to say,
always done what was best for business 9 times out of 10.
Absolutely. Can I just get this out of the way too? And speaking of people that just report clickbaity things and just kind of not hang, Meltzer reporting that CM Punk and Tony Khan had another confrontation as well.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. The story continues. Chapter 3.
This man was just menacing. At what point is there criminal charges?
Seriously. But this was, I guess, after his Punk and Joe's match, and there was no one privy to the minutia, and there was no witnesses to the minutia, quoting the article and quoting the phrasing.
No witnesses to the minutia. So
what happened? But Khan was said to have left angrily or upset. Well, yeah, I'm sure if CM Punk just tore his boss a new asshole on his happiest moment, I'd be a little upset too.
Yeah, especially when he says, "Listen, you cut me loose. You cut me loose right now, or I'm gonna fucking tear this place down. You cut me loose. I'm done. I'm done." Yeah, I'm sure he'd be pretty pissed.
But it's funny how literally there are no sources to anything. There's no one else reporting this
Yeah,
that I've seen so far, except for Dave,
it's always
Tony Khan out
Dave.
there. Yeah,
Dave's like a gossip girl. It's
good
fucking
old
terrible.
delusional Dave.
But speaking of right now, what am I got in the ring? I got Nunzio and
Where do you got this?
it's on Fight. Allen Angels and Nunzio?
Oh, then I gotta. All right, so I gotta find it on Fight then. Okay. No, you're
All
good. Go
right,
ahead.
all
Go ahead.
right.
Go ahead. Talk to the peoples. Talk to the people.
All
I'll
right, let's
mention the
talk to the
next match
people.
that
Ronnie,
happened. We had Gunther go over Shanky
wait.
to retain his. We finally found Shanky, by the way.
Shaky danced his ass all the way back to
Oh,
India.
don't worry. We've also found somebody else finally on this card as well. But so Gunther
Oh,
retained
I know who.
IC champ and now has firmly solidified his spot as the longest reigning IC championship and the only WWE to have two longest reigning championship reigns because of
Yeah,
the UK title as well.
true story. And that's a huge record for that UK title.
Oh, well, it's never going to be broken because they're never going to acknowledge that title.
So, wait, for anyone watching at home, we do have the Victory Road pre-show. Allen Angels just pinned Nunzio.
I got a PCO video package right now. Is that what you got?
Me too.
Okay, cool.
Dun, dun, dun.
But then we had Braun Breaker versus Odyssey Jones, the wanted murderer, Braun Breaker. Which, by the way, I saw. Did you see it? The video going around of the whole alternate angle of that and everything. I get we pull back the curtain, we talk about the dirt sheets, we do this and that and everything, but sometimes you pull the curtain back too far and just unnecessarily.
Just let it be. Let it be. I think it was wicked because there was people literally like commenting on our stuff on social media of like, you know, this was fake, right? And then other people being like, I hope he's okay. And then other people being like, it was an accident. He didn't mean to do it. It wasn't
right.
It was a stunt
Oops,
gone
my
wrong.
hand slip. Oops, my hand slip. Oops,
right?
My hand
and we
slip.
also have the dirt sheets reporting multiple different possibilities. So I love it. I give them full marks. I talked about this last night. Like, I give them credit. This is how you play kayfabe in 2023. You get social media confused.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and pro wrestling works when it's the suspension of disbelief. We all, at this point, the curtain's been pulled back enough that we know what's what a bit. We tend to know, we think we know. And what makes it great is when you think you know, but you don't know.
Yep.
Or they leave it enough to where you don't fully know. But when you get that just exposes the magician's tricks. You're kind of like, so then why do I tune into the show?
Yeah, and then what the fuck is like? Again, sometimes we know too much, right? So and so's in the building tonight. Shut the fuck up. Like, I don't want to know.
Let us enjoy things,
right? Like, god damn it. But yeah, I think they've done a really good job, and I think the fact that it was debatable and people bought into it, good. Now we found Odyssey Jones in India. Interesting.
Right along with Shanky. But yeah, allegedly, I haven't obviously seen the match, but I heard he pretty much just took a spear and took a pinfall. So he got the jobber, lost there, but he lost to Braun Breaker. And then we had Rhea Ripley defending her women's world championship against Natalya, because that's old reliable. That's now her third title defense, I believe, against Natalya.
No, she'll keep it simple. She'll keep it classy. And she'll give you a decent match. She'll do the job. She'll do it well. She is the female Dolph Ziggler.
Right. Well, this whole thing, respectfully, was just a glorified house show. Because the main event is John Cena and Seth Rollins go over Imperium, which is Giovanni and Ludwig. So...
yeah, well, I mean, interesting matchup. We figured they'd win, get the big pop for the crowd. So, yeah, big W, big babyface win. So, as we expected.
Fair enough. Well, I do have thoughts on the whole who gets traded to Friday Night Smackdown because of Jey Uso, but we should see who hasn't been traded away from our chat here first.
Right? Yeah, you were like, get to the chat, and when I went to the chat, you were like, so guess what else happened? I know lots to talk about in wrestling. Why did I click on you to start this? Ronnie.
I'm just that omnipotent.
Right. Pause.
See, you did it again. You did it again.
No, but this is a good one. Go join our Discord, folks. Absolutely. Be a friend, tell a friend. Looking forward to Jimmy Uso versus AJ Styles. Has potential. Not gonna lie.
Has a lot of potential. Has also a lot of storyline potential because you've had the rumors that AJ Styles going against Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso. Now the Usos are officially split.
Yeah.
So does Jimmy establish himself on his own?
Just Jay.
And then they should have just really just taken their theme song and just switched into down since J1. I've been down since J1.
No, I like what they did. Just Jay Oops.
I like the visuals that I've seen of people going around and doing the fan made stuff of Monday Night Uso and stuff.
Yeah. Damien, looking forward to Steve Macklin versus Josh Alexander. This could be a match of the year candidate if they do it right. It should be a banger. And I got ABC coming out to take on Brian Myers and Moose, I believe.
Yes, Brian Myers versus the ABC. I think they get the 1, 2, 3. But yeah, no, even you, Luna, and new addition, new member of the team and everything there. Anthony, we're talking about all of this and everything like that. Addition. Yes, I'm talking about my members. That's great. Yeah, pause. But we're talking about the Victory Road card, how it's a pretty stacked card if you really run through it.
No, it really is a stacked card, and maybe we'll try and run through it in our little pre-show here. But yeah, no, it's definitely full. Richard, welcome back. Do you know that Natalia Love, Great Khali? Okay. Plus Great Khali is from India. Okay. I don't know how those correlate, but we'll go with it. Great Khali is shaking up squash matches, but here we go.
No, that's shaky. Shaky.
Oh, shaky. Khali.
Well, I think Richard got stuck watching that whole segment to where Khali and Natalia made out, and he just hasn't moved past that. He's like, my life has forever been changed since this moment.
All right, but what he's saying is he's ready for AJ to finally beat Jimmy.
How the fuck did we get to there?
Nice transition. Nice.
Right, that's make a left turn and you do a U-turn. Where the fuck did we go?
Welcome back, Rocco. Hey, Great Khali. WWE.
I was best champion. I want one more match. Can your knees make it there?
The big story. Khali wants one more match. Khali Goldberg, book it.
No. No. That's a loser leaves Earth match. I feel like at this point, respectfully.
Is it crazy that Moose is on your pre-show?
Honestly, yeah.
I'll take Moose and Myers over ABC, by the way.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, we're going to put you watch more Impact than I do, but I'm surprised Moose isn't a guy that's targeted by WWE or something like that.
He had a chance. He re-signed with Impact, so he became a free agent, and there was rumblings of maybe, but I think he qualifies for one of the big fishes in the small pond. Opposed to
absolutely.
And as much as I love him, does he get lost in the shuffle? Get a run at a Roman.
Maybe that's not to speculate, but maybe that's what he's worried about. I know I'm here, and we're questioning more of why is Moose in your pre-show versus he goes to WWE, and you're like, oh, Moose is on your pre-show. He's not in NXT. What?
Right, or just in general, where's Moose? Has anyone seen Moose?
We can't even find Odyssey Jones. Why do we need to add a Moose?
Right. How about my Lions upsetting those Chiefs? That much. My money was on the Chiefs.
We're going to talk about this when KJ takes the pause and everything like that, because I'm so baffled by the fact that it's the greatest picture ever of it's Kadarius Toney with the ball firmly in his hands, firmly grasp it. All you SpongeBob fans. And then everyone's just wait. Yeah, that turned into a pick six, and you can't believe it unless you watched it happen.
Mm-hmm. No, and I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I know all the Detroit fans are happy, but they squeaked one out against a shorthanded team. So I thought Casey had it, but
I was gonna say I got thoughts. When you take a pause, I'm gonna talk about the game.
Well, Allen Angels open challenge right now to kick off Victory Road. Thank you,
that far
Damien.
behind.
Yeah, we suck. Big Dog, how you doing? AB Jobson, the champ, is here. What's up? What's up? Jason's back in the house. Todd's back in the house. Good to see you, friend. Who else we got? We have
y'all know who that is, right? Who that?
Awesome.
Who that saying gonna beat them Bengals? The Buffalo fucking Bills. That's who.
They're in trouble. They blow game 1. I'm gonna die.
You're gonna tell the status of how the Buffalo Bills are doing this season of my fucking facial reactions and my patience on stream.
Some of those Sunday night pay-per-views might be rough.
oh my God, Tony Khan! I swear to God, if you book a pay-per-view when the Bills fucking lose a big game, some men just want to watch the world burn.
Right? How's it going, JV? Welcome back. Welcome back.
I'm happy as
F. I called it hard. Pause. All over that.
Yeah.
Look, this is what we're trying not to go too deep into.
I tried.
Right. I'll let you have that one. I'm not even
mad
at it.
KC should have beat them without Kelsey, though. I give full props to Detroit. They played a great game. Yes.
True. Their defense looked really good.
You keep setting me up for it. And I'm
here
like,
now.
I'm like,
hi. In here now. It's the pre-show. I'm okay with it.
No, because we still got the Victory Road, Take Me Home card to go through. We've still got the whole. Have you seen the thing about the Young Bucks getting a cease and desist order because of something that it did on Being the Elite, and also, I guess, according to good old delusional Dave there.
No, wait, I gotta Google that.
The Punk sat there, and I guess it's been reported. Well, it's been reported that the Bucks, if CM Punk could go 6 months accident free,
I did read that.
Bucks
that is
fucking bullshit. An insurance company now. If you can go 6 months accident free, we will reduce your deductible.
That is some bullshit. That is some childishness. And I know the Bucks sympathizers, all 500 of them now. I mean, dude, that is ridiculous. Of like, we might talk in 6 months. Who the fuck are you? You're EVPs. Put your company first and make business. And one man, whether you love him or hate him,
make backyard wrestlers EVPs.
Ding. Survey says. That's what I mean. Like, he's not an angel. He did things wrong. You and I were publicly critical of what we felt. But one man was trying to do money, was trying to make business, and another group of people weren't. And then they celebrated. They took a fucking victory lap in the man's hometown to rub it in. I mean, geez, man. Those are your EVPs just watching your number one merch mover walk out the door celebrating.
If you read between the lines, and I know there's going to be loyalists on the other side that, come for our heads and everything. But if you read between the lines, think about it. You can go 6 months free. So let's see how much we can fucking provoke him throughout those 6 months and everything. And then, not to mention, he shows up at the biggest show, and regardless of whether everybody else got travel, what have you, he was under the belief, allegedly, supposedly, that there was going to be someone there for him, everything like that, or at the very least, he could text this number, and there should be a fucking cab and everything like that. That's from the company, everything that takes him directly where he needs to go and everything like that. Come to find out, maybe allegedly a Punk's friend or a Bucks friend is in charge of transportation for AEW, but that's neither here nor there. So he texts that number, that bounces back. Then you get to the show and everything. After you've already gotten lost, you've had fans have to fucking help you get there and everything like that. You show up, you're excited still, you're still playing ball as much as you can, because it's still, I'm not fucking with you, you don't fuck with me. And then on a pre-show, Jack Perry goes out and instantly, publicly fucks with CM Punk. Yeah. And depending on who you believe when it comes to dirt sheet reporters, depends on who started the altercation backstage. If Jack Perry started it, So now you're asking this man to fuck up.
Not asking. But you're legitimately antagonizing. And that's what's been ignored.
I think if this story of them with the 6 months and all that shit, which by the way, I didn't even mention the canceled meeting that allegedly was going to happen. If this was legit and it's coming out of Meltzer's camp, so it almost feels like it's either gotta be legit or they're just letting Uncle Dave out there to dry. That this was just, how can we fuck with him in 6 months and make him fuck up? And then we can blame him instead of us.
I just wonder at the end of the day, and I get it, like legally you have to do what you have to do. And if he took a lunge at you, whether we like it or not.
What is a lunge, by the way?
I haven't done one in a minute.
I know of the luge. That's an Olympic thing. Yeah. I was going to say, I don't know if there's a difference, especially we can figure this out because we're continental or cross country and everything like that. So is there a difference of a luge in Canada than there is in the US? Or a lunge? No. Sorry. I was like, wait a minute. We got losers, so far, man. Not hearing a lunge, I didn't even know how to say it back again.
Listen, I have no idea by definition. Do I believe at all that Tony's life was at risk? God, no. Do I?
That's lawyer talk. That's lawyer talk.
I know, but it is nonsensical nonetheless. Mm-hmm. And again, I worry because I know people say that's lawyer talk, but there is a definitive line where Punk could refute the idea of, you might have overextended, and that's not fair.
The biggest thing that's going to come out of this is that we allegedly know that there's video footage of that. And the second someone gets video footage of that,
come on,
this is going to be, we're going to get Punk Con 2023 instead of, how we had like Depp Heard 2022 or so, or 2021. We're going to get, as ABC picks up the 1, 2, 3.
I can't. It's so funny. I typed into Google CM Punk cease and desist, and literally 9 things came up that were not the Punk story, like Cole Cabana, Chris, what's his face, the doctor he sued, like
the WWE doctor over the staph infection. But I think that's why Tony Khan phrased his statement initially the way he did. Mm-hmm. I know we were getting to the chat. We'll get back there.
I have to fire somebody that puts my life in danger.
Well, no, he phrased the statement that way. So when Punk probably sues back, because we know CM Punk is litigious.
He likes it. I don't know if he will be this time, though.
Well, that's the thing, is you take a man who's publicly known for liking confrontation, and let's see how much we can fucking provoke him and see how long he goes until he has a confrontation. It's poke the bear, and they played the game of fuck around and find out.
Yeah, so I did find what I was looking for. The Wrestling Observer newsletter, of course, noted the Young Bucks were informed that AEW received a legal letter over being the Elite skit. It was said that the skit violated the terms of an agreement where they wouldn't talk about the CM NDA. Punk or Brawl Out. Which is valid if you violated the NDA because you're a bunch of hapless wits.
Mind you, we're talking about the EVPs of this company, by the way. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in the cliff notes.
The report noted that CM Punk's name was never mentioned, but the company still received a letter about the situation. It seems like the skit might not have had anything to do with CM Punk or Brawl Out. Of course, it probably didn't, according to Meltzer. AEW informed that the Young Bucks of the legal... Adam Page was not part of the agreement, so Adam Page can say whatever the fuck he wants.
Well, I was gonna say, there's the rumor going around. I don't know if it's falsified, it's photoshopped or whatever, to where now on Heyman's story, to where he's taking pictures of the CM Punk action figure for 50 cents in the clearance aisle and everything like that. How the tables have turned. Like, that's how fucking petty this company's gotten.
That's the bullshit about it all. Is it's so fucking petty. It is ridiculous. These are men with children and responsibilities, and you'd think you would know better, but it's been one little tit for tat bullshit. You spread rumors about me. I shoot on you. You shoot on me. We pretend.
Perry's defense about the situation was because he thought Punk was the reason that the backstage shit got leaked. And then you have even like Alvarez fucking shielding of like, Yeah, well, he still did the spot it all in on fucking Real Gloss.
I don't understand how Adam Page, like it's public knowledge, Adam Page did what he did, and everybody knows what Adam Page did at the beginning. Well, I don't know why, like the Alvarezes and the Meltzers and a bunch of the collective look right past that and being like, "Well, Punk responded." You're like, "Wait, what?"
Because it gets clicks. And I was gonna halfway say, can I just say publicly, I hate that this is now a week or so plus removed from this situation, and this is still the dominant thing we're talking about. We have 3 shows tonight. No, I get why. I get 100% why.
Yeah.
But I just hate that it's become, as the AEW turns in pro wrestling.
Yeah, and I mean the part of that is, and we talked about this before, we've said it before, I will say it again, I will not like, retweet, repost, touch anything that has to do with the Wrestling Observer, because if Dave Meltzer and his fucking Cabana Boy would spend time reporting on wrestling, what's happening in wrestling, tell me about the super spectacle in India, tell me something, but you want to continue reporting these hearsay rumors and bullshit. It's ridiculous, it's nonsensical, and realistically it's wasting a lot of time, and I believe it's hurting AEW every day, and the diehard fans don't want to admit that, but it's hurting the in-ring product, it's hurting the overall numbers, and you're putting great, I'm happy for Wembley, but look what you're doing locally right now, or domestically right now.
Domestically, yeah.
You are sucking bag.
Well, a prime example is we're going to be here tomorrow night for Collision. We thought we would have been here for all Impact 1000, but again, much like an Impact, it may be taped and then on further delay. But I know we're getting the transition to Bryan Danielson, the final countdown. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. I really hope it does. But still, last week it did the lowest viewership it's done as a show. Because guess who got fired right before it?
Right. Now I am getting my pre-show just ended. Folks, we are coming up at the start of both Smackdown and Victory Road. We got a jam-packed night. It's the song of the night, apparently.
I was going to say, I can't help it.
But yes, make sure you get in that chat. Make sure you say hello. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. And you know what? Be a friend, tell a friend, take our link. Anywhere you know they're talking about wrestling, throw it out there. Help grow all of this. It's going to be a fun one as we roll along. Both shows kicking off.
Big things popping, little things stopping up, or something. Season never sleeps. I got Forever on WWE, and I still got the FBI warning on Impact. Where you at?
I got Together on WWE.
I just got Together. So I think if you like 23 Skidoo, pause for a cause there.
There we go.
I think we should be good. I got the Payback video popping up right now.
Right.
As I've got Trinity Fatu. I've got a video package on Impact.
Yes. So we got both shows kicking off right now. We will take your predictions on these. And I say, screw it. We're going to add them up tonight. And the title is on the line. So.
Oh, you're calling this as a pay-per-view.
We're going to count SmackDown.
Open challenge.
Let's go.
Open season on AB.
What's up, TJ? What's up, Dale? Kevin's in the house. Who else we got? Jeff says, Big Nick, it's my birthday on Monday.
Well, happy early birthday. My birthday's in a little bit after that.
It's true. KJ, it's my birthday. Oh, look, he didn't.
See, is he inclusive?
There you go. You just wanted to space it out. Individualism. I like
exactly. It's not like Resident Evil that's like just acts like I'm not here.
Take me home. There you go. Now everybody sing along. Everybody.
See? I don't know. I don't know if I want to sing a Big Dog. Just saying. What?
There's a joke in there, but not watching Impact, but crazy how it's still around. 1,000 episodes, man. It's crazy.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I was gonna say I'll just say fun fact that you'll even learn out of. I reached out to someone who's worked with Impact and WCW and everything to try and get them on the channel. Yeah, WCW, Mr. Vince Russo, and got politely told thanks, but no thanks. So he doesn't do that many interviews, but yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of doing his own thing, but that would have been hilarious.
Oh, I wanted it so bad because I wanted to just ask his mind about, like, have you been in any situation in WCW like this with CM Punk? Because I feel like you have. I think Darkseid did a fucking whole episode on it.
Well, know what the funniest thing is? That's the difference, though. Like Russo would have went out to the ring with Punk, been like, "You little shit!" Like he would have cut up the whole.
Sorry to cut you off there, but is it so weird that that someone like Vince Russo is still enough that he would go out there and take getting punched in the face or whatever when Tony Khan he got lunged at. He got lunged. I feared for my life.
Mm-hmm. Right now, we're getting the replay still of Wrasslin, by the way, and we're getting the street fight. And Kushida is coming out to the ring. I will put it in the chat if you would like to take your attempt at the championship. Kushida taking on Lio Rush. I believe I picked Leo.
Oh, fine. Then I'll just, for the sake of it, I'll take Kushida just to be difficult.
I know. I forgot Kushida has that cash in. So let's go.
Fair enough. But we got Brooklyn Joker. We are
Joker. We are.
Yeah. Lead our marks for Meltzer and vice versa. I think it's honestly at this point more one way than the other.
Yeah. It's not like they're like the Young Bucks are showing up on Dave's podcast and doing guest spots and shit. Like it literally is Dave will do anything he can to swallow as much
Wrestling Buck server network.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm like, Dale, what's cakes, Larry? Time to get cakes.
Right. Cakes have layers.
Ogres have layers.
We're finally getting the intro to Smackdown. That effectively killed like 4 minutes.
Seriously, legit. But you've got like Grayson Waller, you've got Jimmy. I like how they're taking the collision-ish avenue of here's some things that have recently happened on SmackDown. Let's put them in the intro video.
And intro visual seemed quite different, actually. Kushida for the win. There you go. Lio Rush. Yes, they do, Larry. Lio Rush for the win. Kushida for the win. Leo for the win. Onion Butt. I don't think he's in this match.
Yeah. The Invisible Man does not count in this match.
Lio Rush. There, we got a bit of a split crowd on this one, Nick.
But ogres are more like onions. That's the fact of life.
Right.
Right as right underneath it, I guess the queen of the Shrek references there, Alexis, saying, acknowledge me.
Shit, I
didn't even realize SmackDown's in Boston.
It is.
Maybe Boston. Boston's still here.
Right. Pause the Onion Bud VHS. Jeez.
What? So who do you think is the man, woman, maybe small child?
Oh, yeah. We gotta talk about
that got traded from Monday Night Raw to Friday Night SmackDown for one Jey Uso.
I think it's going to end up being like Cody sacrificed himself.
I thought that a lot. And I have an outside thought and an outside theory as we got ding on Leo versus Kushida, if you want to call that. But the outside theory to me is, what if it's The Miz?
That'd be weak.
The Miz has already a feud built up with LA Knight, who's technically a SmackDown superstar.
I was kind of hoping that's over. But we got
then he feuds with John Cena, who's also been on SmackDown.
Interesting. And most of John Cena's appearances are either like house shows or fucking Smackdowns. Yeah.
Right. So that's why I think it's an outside chance. I do agree with you. I think Cody Rhodes has a very strong potential to be the one. I think that's where we use that and we ultimately build it all the way back to WrestleMania 40 and everything, but still.
Absolutely possible, my guy.
Right.
Two people, Sammy or Punk. Do you imagine it was Punk?
Wait, what? Oh, that got traded? No. Well, I've the dirt sheet rumor going around that when Randy Orton comes back, he's going to come back with CM Punk. And at this point, if you just throw CM Punk into your fucking stop trying to make Fetch work. Fetch is not going to work. Stop trying to make CM Punk fit in every fucking storyline. He doesn't fit all the fucking time.
Right. CM Punk going to Japan. Woo, says Dale, as Charlotte has made her way to the ring. It's obviously who got traded. Cody is getting traded for Jay. It's obvious, Nick.
Is that why he introduced him, though?
Maybe. Like, I almost feel like they were going to position it like, you know what? It was I did it for Jay. It was best for Jay. Plus, I wanted to get close to you, Roman.
I did it for the Jay. I did it.
And here comes Shotzi.
Yeah, so we're getting the tag match since they've advertised. By the way, we still got Kushida versus Lio Rush going on, but yeah, we're getting Charlotte Flair and Shotzi versus Bayley and Io. What is Damage Control left at this point, because it's been known that Dakota's probably not coming back till past the Rumble.
Yeah, the Rumble would be opted. Like, you know, if we can get her back in for a Rumble, it'd be all right. But dude, we'll see. It was nice to get her back in stints there, but obviously she won't be in ring for quite a while.
Right.
She seems to be doing pretty good. Oh,
yeah, but
on the tank.
I was gonna say, well, Kelsey sat out last night, but he's also got a bone bruise. So I mean, still
a bone bruise.
You never had a bone bruise?
Is that like a bump?
No, it's to where the
yes, man. I was just kidding.
I don't know, motherfucker.
Dude,
I don't know Canadian.
I can put the word bum and
I'm
bruise
just the ignorant American over here. This man just keeps setting me up to just look like the ignorant American.
I was like, wait, what? Team Flair for the win. Shotzi and Charlotte. Flair and Shotzi.
Now, does this count towards the championship? Does the Smackdown prediction? Mm-hmm. Okay, so
we're going
collectively.
Big. We're going big. Yeah, collectively.
There we go. Well,
this way, even if you get the first few wrong, you still have a fighting chance to get back in. Ringside Anthony.
I was going to say, well, speaking of collective, the new member of the collective.
There you go. The latest person to join the Wrasslin for Life Network. Made his debut last night with Luna Havoc. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. But go check out Ringside Anthony on TikTok. He's got a huge following. He's doing great things over there. His reviews are awesome. And go check out Twitter and all that other fun stuff.
Well, absolutely. I was going to say, you were even just watched the replay last night, because I even fucking popped with their reaction to all of a sudden Naomi Trinity's, taking a fucking powerbomb ride through a table.
I laughed and I was like, they need Jimmy. That's the storyline here. Where's Jimmy?
I think she, early prediction, spoiler, I think she might lose tonight.
Really?
She goes to Jimmy. Now I had the time of my life. I know. Well, the thing about it, does anyone predict Alicia Edwards to even be in this match?
No, literally what happened was I said, who's the one person we don't want to win this match? And without blinking, Luna went, Alicia Edwards, and I went, ding. And then 5 minutes later, we were like,
you see what happened was the Bloodline needed to freshen up here.
All right, just to give everybody an update who's tuning in right now, Lio Rush is all over Kushida, and we are into our first commercial here on SmackDown. Go figure. Right. But yeah, Charlotte Flair and Shotzi taking on Damage Control, or 2/3 of Damage Control, or 2 out of 3 ain't bad, whatever you want to say.
well, at least we got the one here with Tony.
I'm the one.
I'm the one. Bash, what up? Hi guys, Pat McAfee is still signed with WWE. No, I don't.
No, I don't believe so.
Questionable. He's talked about wanting to be involved, but obviously the man.
I think he'll be back.
It's when. Trust me, I'll be overjoyed. I think everybody knows I'm a huge fan of him, but he's got. He does college football game day. He has now his show moved to ESPN on top of that. Plus, I guess he's also popping in on First Take on ESPN. Like, he's going to do a lot more ESPN stuff, I think.
Yep.
And then maybe the kickback will be he'll pop up as a huge moment for WWE.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Luis says, "Are you watching Well, based on the screen, I would say yes. But yeah, we are in a commercial break for Smackdown, our friend. So thank you for being here. But
I'm blue.
we'll keep you updated. Larry's gonna break. I think Chris's heart when he says Io is the only woman I like in the ring. I wouldn't go that far.
Chris LeClaire will never fucking
Yeah.
comment again because he disrespected Bailey. No, 100%.
Right. Devon and Bubba Ray getting Legends contracts. Dun dun dun.
So, well, I know we're in a commercial break on one and we've got a match going on the other, but so what do you think about this?
I think it's great.
Especially, because one's active and has a match tonight on Impact and everything. The other is a former producer / agent for WWE and then recently walked away.
Yeah. I think when they realized that Devon was willing to get back in for Impact 1000, I think they thought to themselves, you know what, like we could have those two locked down for a little while and we could spot them into something if we wanted. Especially with the WrestleMania 40 in Philly.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And I halfway thought another way, well, similar way, but a divergent way of, we already had a guy that he kind of retired in Toronto. You might know him. It's questionable as to which company's going. He's publicly said, if I have a contract renewal in my inbox. So that's 3 out of maybe a 4 if you want to have just a tag team match player. And maybe,
interesting.
We don't deal with certain other people that have drank too much of the Kool-Aid and attempted to drive on the Kool-Aid too as well.
Right.
So maybe we wait till Christian's a free agent and does it line up of we get Edge Christian versus the Dudley Boys at WrestleMania in Philadelphia?
That'd be crazy. But I think Christian, I don't know if it was true or not, but I heard Christian signed a new contract. So I don't know.
All he's got to do is lunge at Tony. He'll be out of that quicker than a hiccup. So,
hey, Tony, how's your dad doing?
In the face. I'm sure there's half a dozen people on that roster that easily deserve a punch in the face. So,
right. But right now,
that real quick,
Leo and Tashida are exchanging forearms, and we're back to the action.
Sidekick for a 2 count in a tag match. I'll call the tag match. You call Impact. That works.
Faces for the win, but Flair and Shot for the win. Damage Control for the win. It's a bad look to have your champs lose. Yeah, I'm gonna go Damage Control as well.
Oh, you still think Damage Control wins?
Yeah, I'm gonna go against the baby faces. Screw them.
Bailey takes the pin, and it causes more of the dissension.
Back to the dissension.
I still think it's so weird because where else does Damage Control go beyond just they turn on Bailey? Like, what else is there for them? Where else do you see them going?
Unless they turn on Io and Kyrie helps.
Oh, that's a fucking sleeper pick.
Except Dakota's injured.
That's not bad at all.
Not too shabby. Rocco's thrown at us. So what do you, by the way, love the Abby. So what do you guys want to talk about? EC3 wants CM Punk. What? I'm sure he does.
No.
Oh!
As I said, we'd love to have Punk on here for an interview. I can tell you right now, no.
Yeah, right? Leo Rush picks up the W and still X Division champion.
I'm already 0-1.
I mean, this
Shotzi and Bailey right now in the ring.
This opening match definitely going to split some records because that one was a 50-50 from the chat. I don't know if any
big ass frog splash though.
Singer Steve Harwell passes away a couple days ago. Yeah, we mentioned it a couple times. It was really sad to hear.
Somebody once told me.
This is what he does when we're trying to. Every time Smash Mouth comes up, he can't help it. But yeah, no,
it's too young. I have all-star Tourette's.
Too young, too soon. T's and P's for sure. But yeah, it's been it's unfortunate to hear.
Well, and then now we had Shiki Baby go, and then we had his tag team partner
Yeah.
there, General Adnan,
Right.
T's and P's as well. So from one Sheik to another Sheik.
Oh, wait, is that next?
Oh, Charlotte with
Ultra.
somersault clothesline.
Oh,
are we getting? Oh, okay. I was like, is that next? Yeah, they're just running through the card here because we were almost getting teased of the MK Ultra match.
Yeah, now they're giving us the whole card. So, but dude, my favorite tag team. If I was AEW, WWE, I'd be trying to figure out how to get Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich signed to a contract immediately. MK Ultra, what a wicked name. They're spot on. Spot on.
Is it interesting to you that when all this talk going on lately is about women's divisions in pro wrestling and everything like that, that Impact's very prominently focusing on their women's division, like probably Edwards versus Naomi is going to probably honestly main event tonight. We have Jordan Grace versus Deanna. We have a women's tag match. Those are all prominent. We have no singles world championship match.
Earlier tonight, they showed this in the pre-show. Bully Ray ran over.
I got Asuka popping up, but yeah.
Bully Ray ran over PCO in the parking lot. By the way, PCO just walks to every venue from the last venue.
brains.
Hit him with a car in the parking lot. So.
If I hit him high, and you hit him low,
everything has been done to this man. The last month alone, he's been set on fire. He's been hit by a car. He's been beaten up. He's been tortured. Oh, there you go. Baby faces take the W.
Baby faces take the win. So I went there, and I've got Santino dealing with. You can't do a John Cena with piece of this. Is that Johnny Hungy working fucking medical staff for fucking Impact right there? That's the child of like me, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Hungy right there working fucking medical staff for Impact. So we are getting MK Ultra versus Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans.
We got Io and Asuka. Interesting. Let's go. That could bring on a Kyrie.
Well, that's where I think you bring in a Kyrie, and I think that's going to be a hell of a match. I think it's going to be one of those of people are going to be looking at it of the way they've booked Asuka lately and everything. Of she's kind of just fallen by the wayside. She's always the one that gets the champ and then just drops it quickly.
All right.
But I think her versus Io has the potential to be a sleeper match. Yes, you're good.
Is it Giselle and Savannah tonight?
Yes, it is. I believe they have an actual tag team name. Yeah, the Shantaraj. The Shawtaraj. Sorry, the Shawtaraj. God bless Wikipedia for letting me know that.
All right, folks, it's in the chat. Get your predictions in on MKU versus Giselle and Savannah Evans.
Who you got?
MKU.
Which, by the way, you can go back and fact check KJ on all of his predictions, and you can also check out Luna's predictions on the predictions video. So if this man's lying to me and saying, "Oh, I got this one," and then he just switched it up, you can know.
I got MKU 100%. Look at this intro. Look at this video. Like right away, you're like, "This is dope. I'm down."
Oh. Make you do something strange for a little piece of change.
And for the folks out there, just take your SmackDown score and add it to your Victory Road score, and we got a score.
What comes around is all around, as I've got a replay of Jimmy and AJ getting into a shoving match from last week with Solo kind of breaking it up here.
There you go. Phenomenal.
I just thought of the Eminem song. I am phenomenal.
That
Are
should
you
be
excited for Rampage tonight? Is anyone?
Yeah, it's a fun question. No.
Honest answer. Fun question. Honest answer.
Even like there's a collection of like YouTubers who are diehard AEW guys that don't watch Rampage. It's amazing. Like it's crazy to me.
Is AEW starting to turtle within itself?
A little bit, unless they find a way to punch
extended
it
itself too far,
Mm-hmm.
and now at this point, there's certain avenues that are clearly need to get cut off.
If you go back to old streams of you and I, Nick, we talked a lot about Tony stretching himself too thin, not having Wednesday night dialed into the where he needed it to be, but he's booking a Saturday show, or instead of focusing on that weekly show and the 4 pay-per-views, he's tacking on Forbidden Doors and all the extra stuff and new titles
instead of focusing on All In, to where he sold over 80,000 seats and everything like that.
Yeah,
he's focusing on All Out.
But yeah, it's just all over the place. So that was the fear. Like, you know what? I'm all for a Saturday show, but when you establish your brand at kind of, and you're peaking and things are a well-oiled machine, then maybe you move on.
Right.
Oh, Paul talking to Jimmy.
Absolutely. And is it interesting to you, and this is a subtle note, that Paul Heyman's hair is getting whiter and whiter the more he's dealing with Jimmy Uso?
Jimmy rocking the we are the one shirt and being basically
he wants to be down. He's like, oh, I done fucked up Aaron. So now
just fuck
with me, right?
Listen, I know the critics are gonna hit this a little hard as far as everything fell apart because of Jimmy. Jimmy ends up in the hospital, and now Jay's gone, and Jimmy's like, fuck it.
You're not in until the tribal chief says you're in. But that's the thing. Has this gotten to the point where it's just too convoluted? This is Uso, many Usos, many Usos. Dun, 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 dun. This is game of fucking Samoans right now on SmackDown.
Yeah. This has been the toughest stretch for me of 2023 with this Bloodline storyline, because right now it isn't much of a Bloodline storyline. I thought we were going to get some type of payoff between Jimmy and Jay or Jimmy and Roman. I mean, maybe we still will, but like now Jay's on Raw. So, I mean, you never got any. Maybe they're leaving it open for a future conclusion, but I don't know. But there's AJ.
Yeah, there's been the whole talk of to where you were going to get Jimmy versus Jay at a WrestleMania 40, but I don't think you. There's some stories you want to have them last that long that just aren't going to last.
Right. But right now we got Paul talking to AJ Styles, folks.
I'm very sorry for what I did to AJ Styles.
I love cake and lamb. I love Creed.
Where did you get a trident? Is it bothering anyone else that Paul Heyman and AJ Styles are the same height, as Jimmy's proving his worth and showing up and protecting Paul and jumping AJ here?
Yeah,
we're gonna set up the main event later.
I feel like Jimmy's playing too well. Like, this is too easy. Like, is it covert? Oh, we're calling Roman again.
No, I think it's. I just don't think he has the same level that Jay does, to where this is how he feels it's supposed to be. Like, he's gonna switch back and he's gonna, be the ride or die and everything like that. I think Jay gets the response he gets because Jay emotes. You feel everything with it. Of you're for whatever reason it may be, whether it's his mannerisms, the way he cuts a promo, anything like that. You're invested into Jay Uso. Right. This. You're not into Jimmy.
Right. Nick, I like that game of Samoans.
Uso, very Uso, very Uso. Uso, very Uso. Da, da, da.
Will we get Jimmy and Jay? It will happen. I think it needs to happen. I think something needs to happen. It was just like Roman went on vacation. Jimmy's still in the bloodline, I guess. I don't know. And Jay is gone.
Yeah, I feel like a little bit of that comment almost halfway sounds of like, the bully yelling of like, we will have the brothers fight. It will happen, whether you like it or not. It will happen.
Right? It should happen though.
Oh, I know it should. But that's the thing is, the Bloodline storyline has the bad habit of the things that should happen quickly, they drag out. To where like Jimmy and Jay should have already we should have gone this way. We should have gone to where they have their fight. Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
We use that to carry on. That's what divides the split. Versus we have a trade. You have Roger Goodell showing up of I have a trade.
I have a trade.
Cody Rhodes shows up and
Right.
is shouting out Jay. So you have it because they literally
will we find out tonight?
Each other. They cannot coexist.
Mm-hmm. Will we find out tonight? Like, will the main event happen and we find out, we get the reveal tonight?
But so if it's not Cody Rhodes, I'll ask you, who do you think it is?
I'm kind of torn. I mean, if it's not Cody, who do you send over? Miz, like you said?
Red Rover, send Bronson Reed on over.
Give us Bronson, maybe he could do something.
And we add to the bloodline, and we start to get just more mercenaries that'll just fuck some shit up. Right, New Zealand, Samoa, no one will know the difference.
Right. Yeah. Snake oil. What the hell?
I think the Miz isn't a bad shout. I saw, who else did I see kind of halfway mention on this and everything like that? I think like LA Knight he's been featured more on Raw, even though he's technically a SmackDown superstar. But that's the thing that makes this hard with this of the draft doesn't matter. We don't know who's on what show outside of the main champion. So why does it matter?
Yeah, it's very peculiar. Like, this is where the trade, like, and again, what I implore the wrestling companies to try and do better is be true to your own word, be consistent in the storytelling, because when none of the draft matters, and then you're like, well, we're gonna trade someone, you're like, why the fuck are you trading? People just leave all the time. Like,
exactly.
Is there a comp? Like,
how can you trade what isn't there?
Right? Like, oh, were you just lending LA Knight to beat up Miz for a couple weeks? Well, what's that? What's that outcome?
Trade Kevin Patrick for Jey Uso, please. Just get him the fuck off of my screen.
They're gonna trade Sami Zayn.
And you split that. Oh,
don't do it.
The only way you do that is if you're bringing in CM Punk and you get CM Punk versus Kevin Steen.
I don't care if KO. I want that WrestleMania 40 payoff for KO.
Oh, I know. I'm not championing for that. I'm just saying, give them an excuse.
All right, Bailey running her mouth backstage.
Right, as I've got Killer Kelly right now, just eating an elbow from Savannah as she gets rolled up by Masha, and KJ is going to pause for the cause.
Io saying that she's ready for Asuka. And here comes LA Knight. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you.
Uh-oh. And the new t-shirt, he's rocking it hard.
Well, when you're the top merch seller, of course, might as well just add a new shirt of just keep them grabbing. Keep them going.
Keep them going.
Right. As I've got Savannah's got Masha up. Speaking of keeping it going, I'm going to keep it going while KJ takes a pause for the cause. I was waiting for it to happen. But yes, I've got LA Knight coming out right now. Whose game is it? As I've got Masha with a spinning back kick. Just plant Savannah 1, 2, 3. So right there. So MK Ultra retains as your Impact Women's Tag Team Champions. And when it comes to talking about women's wrestling and everything like that, at this point, if you're not mentioning both these women in the top 5, the top 10, you're sadly mistaken. But I've got LA Knight right now, who right now is top 2, top 3 baby faces in this company. Literally, this man's just holding the mic out and the crowd's just making noise. And you hear all the talks of he's working towards a long-term restructured deal with WWE and everything like that. It's one of those of like, yeah, no shit. We would kind of hope so. TJ saying 3-0. Well, that depends, my guy, because I feel like there's been more than 3 matches. His bullies right now taking out PCO with chairs. LA saying, let me talk to you. And so he's talking about the Miz's performance, and that's why I think Miz could be the one that's straight. I don't know why I quoted that, but the Miz could be the one that's traded to Friday Night Smackdown, because you set up him versus Austin Theory. You can then do him with John Cena. You can then do him being the leader of the kind of douchebaggy faction of, like I've even talked about, of Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and The Miz. Listen to the crowd. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. JB asking, who won? Which match, my guy? We're watching 2 shows right now at the same time, and give it a little bit, and we'll probably be watching 3 shows at the same time. Here in the crowd. Yes, yes. LA Knight for the win. Fair enough, fair enough. I don't even know who's taking, but I've got Crazy Steve. Luna's happy. We got Crazy Steve getting interviewed backstage. And interesting right now of LA Knight saying, I didn't ask for John Cena to be there. I didn't need John Cena to be there. We saw a little bit of the discontent when Cena raised LA Knight's arm and everything, and then kind of gave him the cold stare. Could we see an LA Knight versus John Cena feud? Yes, Crazy Steve. And should I mention the fun fact that's been mentioned and been beaten to death, the fact that he's technically legally blind, like when it comes to driving and everything like that, but is still an insane pro wrestler, as he's cutting an insane promo into the camera that I was missing because I got LA Knight talking as Grayson Waller's coming out right now. I'm telling you, we're getting the douchey heel faction. We're getting the fucking fraternity of The Miz, Grayson Waller, and Austin Theory on Friday Night Smackdown. And their big target is going to be LA Knight. I thought Bayley hurt her knee. That was a while ago when she hurt her knee. Crazy Steve for the win. Damon, I know you're on all the hopium vitamins, but Steve's not even having his match right now, and you're already calling for the win. So that's your early prediction. You can have that. Waller and Knight, yes. Are you serious? What the hell is Grayson Waller doing here? I'm telling you right now, he's introducing Austin Theory. So, like I said, we're getting the douchebag fraternity tandem here, and all we're missing is a guy who's going to be the biggest mouthpiece when it comes to them in Mike Mizanin, as I'm getting Crazy Steve versus Black Taurus right now on Victory Road. We've beaten Rey Mysterio and his stepson Santa. I don't know if I like that LA Knight's going to get. If this is going to all spin into the U.S. title feud and everything, to where that should be just putting over Escobar and building that up of his feud with Rey and everything, I don't like if LA Knight's going to get involved with that, because it's going to get convoluted. It's one of those of, if LA Knight was going to win the U.S. title, he should have already won it. If we're going to have Rey hold it, we're going to get out the LWO and everything convoluted in it. It's going to get a little bit of murky waters here. Yes, Crazy Steve versus Black Taurus. Nick, you know I've been calling for the Miz Waller Theory trio. Well, I'm sure, Larry, I'm sure you managed to just point that out today as you've been calling for it. As who do I got coming out right now on Impact? This man looking like fucking Corey Taylor out of Slipknot. I need to start watching Impact if this is this man's fucking. Who is it? Because I've still got Waller and Austin Theory cutting a promo, and good googly moogly if they're not just using any It's like they're reading out of the Jerry the King Lawler fucking punchline book and how to cut a heel promo. Oh, this is crazy fucking Steve coming out like this. All right, Luna, I'm down with you. 100%. You sold me on Crazy Steve already with this. Absolutely. But so let me know who you got, whether you got Crazy Steve or Black Taurus. And I like JV's comment here of It's Always Sunny in Doucheville. 100%. Yeah. I drive by when I go home from work. I drive by respectfully a trailer park that its name is Sunnyvale and everything, and I halfway want to move there just because of trailer park boys and everything. If I want to say I live in Sunnyvale. Big Nick, it's Crazy Steve. Yes, thank you for knowing. Let me know. New Crazy Steve entrance is amazing. 100%, like I said, give this man a fucking world championship run just based off of this. Like, good googly moogly. This is now I want respectfully, and my brain just went this way. If we got him involved, if he was involved with Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda, he was part of the Firefly Funhouse. Oh, the magic that could have been made. Yes, it's Crazy Steve. Crazy Steve. So we've got LA Knight versus Austin Theory. That's what we got out of all of that coming up next on Friday Night Smackdown. As we're about to go into a commercial, as I've got Taurus in control of Steve. So you're getting Knight and Cena versus A-Town Down Under. I like that actually, Louis, as a tag team name. Shout out Louis, by the way. Yeah, A-Town Down Under. That's not a bad tag team name. Don't worry. I'm sure WWE will fucking jump on that. Boston just randomly shouting out Crotch Goblins. I think there's a treatment for that, my guy. I think, go to your local CVS or your Walgreens. You might be able to find it. Dummy, yeah. Oh, my God. He has to do the dummy bit. Fair enough. There. Predictions closed. So we got LA Knight for the win. Yes, LA Knight needs the dummy button. LA Knight for the win. Did MKU win? Yes, they did, James. Right now, like I said, I've got commercial on Friday Night Smackdown, and I've got Crazy Steve versus Black Taurus on Impact Victory Road. Country road, take me home. But yes, so now there. If you want to talk about the NFL game that happened yesterday, the only undefeated team right now in the National Football League is the Detroit Lions. If you want to talk about how Kadarius Toney managed to just stone hands a point blank in the pocket pass reception and turn it in, somehow magically make it turn into a pick six. We can talk about that. Well, KJ's on the pause for the cause here. But yeah, that was the NFL season is going to be very interesting. I think even the college football season is going to be very interesting. Am I the only one that's excited to watch the University of Colorado football games now? If that is now at this point become must-see TV. Nick, do you think Alex Shelley is getting lost in the shuffle with all the Motor City stuff? How can you say he's getting lost in the shuffle when the shuffle you're talking about he's getting lost in is the fucking tag team is in? That's one of the most iconic tag teams, not only, especially in Impact Wrestling, but arguably in pro wrestling. So I don't think he's getting lost in the shuffle. I think he had his bit of his run. He had his moment. And now we go back to, them just being a phenomenal, amazing tag team wrestler. And every now and then he has a fantastic singles match. That's where I think it is. AB saying loved it. Small Mark saying go Lions. Let's go Buffalo. Match didn't start yet. Which match? I know for a fact Crazy Steve versus Black Taurus has started off. Or yes. Austin Theory for the win. No, not random. That's what Knight called Fear and Waller. Fair enough. No, that makes it even better. That makes it even better. LA Knight versus Theory. There we go. Nick, you have to see Crazy Steve's finisher. It's a nasty eye poke. I don't know how I feel about that. Just personally, that's why I'm out here with the spectacles and everything, because I don't want to do contacts I just have that weird thing of I can't, poke myself in the eye and everything. So I don't know. That might be the one thing that halfway, not blood, not girder plates, not fucking thumbtacks, not broken glass, but an eye poke might get me in pro wrestling. Lions defense was more hungry. Small mark. Well, I'll say this: Mahomes did not have his security blanket in as much as Mahomes very much, or the Kansas City Chiefs very much think that they can just, refresh, retool. They can restock the shelves and it all pan out because you have Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback. I think that at this point has been proven false.
Huge Samoan drop. How are you, Nick?
Hi. There we go.
What's up?
Nothing. I was just gallivanting about football. So
Theory for the W. LA Knight. A lot of predictions. Get them in before I close it, folks. But yeah, no, I mean, I said it earlier. I thought Detroit got lucky. And
if it wasn't for that pick six, it's a different football game. Kadarius Toney has nothing but a lot of thank you cards from people in Michigan now. By the way, though, I had no idea. I've been that. I know I played the stunt double of Luna Havoc on Impact at times when it's needed and everything like that. But I haven't seen Crazy Steve come out like that and everything. I was like, this is fucking cool. Like,
they gave
him the medal.
They gave Crazy Steve kind of the Mick Foley treatment, a couple sit-down interviews. He ends up losing his mind this week on Impact. He came out and, just tore the house down. And this is basically his decapitation, so to speak, of Decay. Felt like Decay all kind of turned their back on him, off doing their own thing. Jessica and Rosemary and
Courtney Rush now.
And
the other one works for WWE.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah.
No, so now I'm getting caught up to speed with Impact. So I'm like, good on you, lads.
No, the new entrance is wicked. The vibe is wicked. I like the idea that they're giving him a bit of a singles rub right now. So I'm all for it.
Now, and I'll ask this. Is he a guy that we got Macklin versus Josh Alexander later tonight? Is he a guy that you could mix into that fold or that batter don't mix?
I think at some point you could, like if Crazy Steve was kind of stayed in this ilk,
the sympathetic, like you said. You said they were doing like the Mick Foley, don't Kane Dewey shit and everything like that with him. Of if he's, the Uber babyface and just I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna do whatever it takes, and he does a crazy spot and wins it. I think it'd be great.
Absolutely. Lake Titicaca. Why did that come up?
I don't know. I didn't ask for that.
Why did Punk need certain terms to speak with the elite? Again, everybody, we kind of talked about this in the pre-show, but as LA Knight is pounding the head of Austin. I did hear A-Town Down Under. Not bad.
I heard that had been mentioned. As I've got,
I wanted to call them.
I've got A-Town right now. Austin Theory just draping LA Knight on the top rope there. I just want to make sure we're synced up. Neck breaker on the outside.
Okay, so I'm ahead of you.
While they cut into a commercial here.
You're going to a commercial?
I assume with that spot, I'm probably cutting to a commercial here. Yep. I've got a commercial.
Somehow, 1 second. Somehow you ended up ahead of me.
Don't hate it, just embrace it.
Well, I'm going to refresh it.
Fair enough.
I'm in commercial break, folks. So we're in a commercial. Nick's about to grab a pause for the cause. And Crazy Steve right now is in control of Black Taurus. We are rolling along. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you let all your friends know where to find the most wrestling coverage on YouTube. This is the place to do it. And right now, it feels like we're setting up that tag match as Theory and Waller with LA Knight and Cena. Maybe. As Crazy Steve picks up the win. It's over. Gilly, what's going on? You fellas and Luna changed my mind about PCO. I just thought to myself, who's the crazy middle-aged dude looking like Frankenstein? I went back and watched a bunch of his stuff, and I love him. Listen, PCO is outstanding. Good old Canadian legend. And his career was all but done. And then he found the PCO gimmick and pretty much was able to work it to a point where it got over. And he's doing outstanding. He's had so many good matches. I liked when he was hanging around with like Vincent and Dutch and stuff like that as well. But yeah, Ring of Honor and Impact, he's done nothing but deliver at a really, kind of senior age. So good on him. There you go, Louie. I like it. A-Town Down Under. Fork? Spork. No idea. 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 3-1. There you go. Did Steve win? Yes, Crazy Steve did take the W. James, welcome back. Good to see you. Thank you for being here tonight. Let me see if I missed anything else. We got a bunch of LAs for the win. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, look at that. Throwing out a little Baltimore love. Nasty. 3-1. Not bad. Okay. Spoon. What were you fucking Alanis Morissette? What is happening? 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. 4-0. There you go. We got some records to break up here. We're getting a little bit of a four-way dance. But yes, we are rolling along through. I'm trying to see. We will stick around for Rampage after this. I got Tommy Dreamer, and I don't understand really the storyline here with Tommy Dreamer in the sense of, I mean, who knew he wanted to win the digital title so bad? Like, it's kind of funny to me. Dun, dun, dun. I believe our next match is set to go. Oh, no, we're just showing earlier. All right. Chopstick. Knife. A knife. Butter knife. All right, now that we've named them all, anyone want to go like solid fork? Where else are we going with this? Spatula. And now I'm just going to give up. But we're right back to the action where LA Knight stomping on Waller. Oh, hip thrust into the corner. Waller on commentary, by the way. And I think I might have said Waller. Tongs. I can't find anything on if they are. Is Maurice related to PCO? I do not know if that's ever been clarified or verified. I don't know the answer to that, Larry. I do not think so. Just because they're both from Quebec. But yeah, we're getting the work up here. I will throw it in the chat. Dreamer versus Kenny King. Title versus career, I do believe. There you go. Walk this way. I used to go to a place called Walk This Way. Love it. Louis, same last name. That's why I asked. Oh, interesting. Tabernacle, as Nick would say. And right now, LA in control of Austin Theory on the outside. Yeah, digital title versus career. Now, I picked Tommy because I can't imagine a digital title match against Kenny King is Tommy Dreamer's retirement match. And it did kind of come out of left field. Oh, Waller up on the apron, taking off the turnbuckle. Team Douche Pillow working together. Dreamer winning. I found it. They're not. There you go. Yo, Bear, what's going on? Good to see you, big guy. Thank you for coming on back. LA Knight up and over. Oh, there you go. Into the snap power slam. That's Tommy Dreamer coming out looking like, oh, there you go. Coming out dressed as Funk. He got the striped pants. He got the t-shirt. So in honor of Terry Funk, a man near and dear to Tommy Dreamer for obvious reasons. Oh, roll up. No way. No way. Oh, LA kicks out. LA kicks out. I was going to say, don't do that. Oh, oh, reversal. There you go. Blunt force trauma. LA Knight, your winner on this one, as it looks like he's got Waller in his crosshairs. King wins. King for the win. Wow, some people think. Now Tommy Dreamer hugging the family. Tommy going to WWE. Hey, another guy they talked about with WrestleMania 40 in Philly. Could Tommy Dreamer be one of the names involved? It's possible. Come on, Tommy. Yeah, listen, I ribbed Tommy quite a bit, and me and Luna kind of poke at him because he's a bit of the greasy uncle. But you know what? He's kind of given his heart and soul to wrestling. So here we go. This will be interesting to see. But yes, LA Knight with the W as we head back to AJ Styles, favoring from the beating he took from Jimmy earlier. Ronan, yeah. 5-0. Horrible finisher. Knight needs a new finisher. I will admit, Smile, I do agree with you. I don't love it. Like just the way when you grab a man's head to your shoulder in that stunner and you pull him to the ground, aesthetically at times it's a bit clunky for me. I agree with you. I like the name. Blunt force trauma is cool. I don't think he was going to bang out a stunner for obvious reasons. So, yeah, I mean, overall, guys, I think could he use a better finisher? Maybe. At least it's a poppable finisher, if you get what I mean. But here comes Kenny. Oh, they're tag team champions, which means the Judgment Day can appear on both Raw and SmackDown. So the Judgment Day are in the house, folks. Has Taurus had a single title there yet? Taurus may have had an X Division title at once upon a time. I'm not positive, but that's the only one I think he could have really challenged for. I know the digital title's new, so I kind of have the lineage in my head, and he hasn't touched that one. He may once upon a time, I don't know, maybe he sniffed it, but I don't know if he actually had it unbroken. Welcome back, by the way, sir. Tommy Dreamer is the Ricky Leahy of wrestling. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. He looks more like Julian, though, to be honest. You just give him a fucking rum and coke to walk around the ring with. Dun, dun, dun. So we're getting the Judgment Day versus the Brawling Brutes next. So I'm going to put that in the chat. Of course, Pete Dunne we're seeing doing double duty right now as he's in the International Invitational down in NXT. I believe he's got one win, one draw. So different. But yeah, get your predictions in on this random tag match. And yeah, I'm going JD 100%. I don't think anybody taking Judgment Day for the L. I think EY, give him the glasses. He might be able to pull it off. Maybe. Give him the glasses. Nice kitty. Nice kitty. JD all day long. Absolutely. JD I just said Jack and Coke 2 seconds ago. So JD all the way. Jack Daniels. Yeah. Amen. Cheers. Roman is not an elephant. I don't even know what to say, Larry. Carson, we shout everybody out, but welcome, Carson. Welcome. Hope you're doing fine. JD for the win. There you go. Everybody seems to be taking JD for what I believe is obvious reasons. What's the point of putting a pay-per-view on the same time as SmackDown? You aren't going to sell. Well, they should put it on the Saturday before Collision or Sunday. Joe, I will admit that it's been more of a trend in 2023. There was rumors that they might get away from it, and to me, I agree with you. Going up against SmackDown is never good for business, and unfortunately, when you're a smaller company, I don't know why they run the Fridays. I don't know what the business model is or the theory behind it is, but realistically, the vast majority of people are going to be watching SmackDown, and that's just facts. I would prefer, like, if you look at this particular weekend coming up, all we really have outside of some indie shows is Collision. Why not fall into that? Why not go on a Saturday or a Sunday on that particular weekend? And I said that last time. There was a clear weekend where they could have just dropped their pay-per-view. So I would like them to go back to weekend pay-per-views if they were going to do it. I think it's better for the company. I don't know what it is. If it's logistics, it's if how they tape their programs. We talked about it. Listen, literally on this channel, we advertised that we were going to be covering Impact 1000 tomorrow. They're taping it tomorrow, airing it on Thursday, which I think was a mistake because I think with all the returns and all the surprises, it's going to get out. We're going to know what happened. I really wish they would have done it live. Who else we got? Boston, stop looking at his trunk. Pause. I like the comeback. What's up, Kyle? How you doing? The real question is whom Roman's next title defense will be against, Bobby Lashley or AJ Styles. I don't know, Ronan. I mean, when does Roman return? I mean, do we not see Roman till post Fastlane? But right now I got Paul Heyman talking to Adam Pearce in the back. So can we, like, I just want to get to the match that's in the ring, guys. Not to be picky. As Kenny King is taking control of Tommy Dreamer. Oh, wait a minute. So next week, LA Knight just walks in, and Paul Heyman is not impressed with LA Knight. How you doing? This is interesting. We were talking about who could challenge Roman. I'm a huge admirer of your work. Yeah. What do you think of this, folks? Not clicking that one. That's funny, Boston. It's always JD straight when I was drinking. There you go, Bear. That's how you really do it. Put some hair on that chest. Or on that chin, apparently. Oh. Yeah. This is interesting. LA Knight and Paul Heyman mixing words. And Judgment Day is still in the ring, if anybody was wondering. The crowd at home have been staring at these men, minus Rhea Ripley. Boston Star, I got that one. Ooh. I'm not going to pay for Impact when I already bought Fight Plus and when SmackDown is free. Mark, a lot of people feel that way. They'll just get the results. They'll get the clips. They'll get the highlights. They know the cool moments will be clipped and put out there. So I agree. It's a tough sell unless you're crazy like Nick and I, where we just watch everything all the damn time. But yeah, for that reason, it's a tough sell. Put it on a weekend, and then you get those people who are sitting around at home like, there's no WWE show. There's no AEW show this weekend. What do? Impact's a nice fallback, especially when you have a Victory Road. The card is stacked. I'm excited for this card. I think it's a great card. The show's off to a decent start. This would be nice tomorrow or the next day when we're not already trying to watch SmackDown and Rampage. But JD in the house. All rise for the Judgment Day. Anybody? Somebody? I drank so much JD in my teams. Well, speaking of drinking so much JD.
Well, no, I was going to say, all rise. All rise. You're just instantly throwing me into being an alcoholic out here.
If the sip fits.
I mean, what? I had one beer. What? Some Jack Daniels. What? A margarita. What? Some vodka. What? Some vitamins. What? You need to hit that like button. What? That subscribe button. What? You need to be a member. What? You need to hit that merch store. What? You need to be a friend. Tell a friend. What?
Oh.
I could have kept going. Let me keep it in a pocket.
There you go. There we go. This weekend GCW is on Sunday. Yes, it is.
Sunday.
And we may not be here.
We will not be here.
Big Nick Joe Flacco thinks he can still play football.
And I think I can talk about wrestling, but we'll see who wins out.
Yeah, but you can talk about wrestling. I think Joe
missed the way to fucking stomp on the fucking Joe.
No.
Listen, haberdashery.
Joe's struggling. Joe, I don't think we're gonna find out.
He won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, once upon a time.
I think
Joe's had such a checkered career, though, as far as some of his shit, right? Like, I love Joe. I think I was a huge Raven fan. But
yeah, you're a big Raisins fan.
A big Raisins fan. I love the California Raisins. I heard it through the grapevine. But yeah, no. I mean, is he completely in the dust? I don't know.
I can name off a few quarterbacks that aren't signed that I would take over Flacco. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm. The boos are ringing. JD on SmackDown.
By the way, we got Dreamer out here with the funk pants.
Yes, he did the whole funk tribute. His family's at ringside. They're definitely selling that this could be his last match. I don't know if you had a pick.
So long, farewell. Avita, saying goodbye to you. I just, for the sake of greasy pizzas all around, that this man just fucking ends it here.
Yeah, but I mean, it just, to me, and I think Luna and I talked about it briefly last night, was it's so hard to imagine Tommy Dreamer.
He's the Terry Funk of our generation, of just
losing.
You just know him as this old guy who does crazy shit now,
right? But by the way, we're getting Pete Dunne and our buddy. That why did his name completely leave my head?
Shit. Now you made it leave mine.
They're giving them the mic.
Belly to belly. Ridge Holland. There we go.
Ridge. That's right. Not Rich. Ridge.
Yes, you're getting the Brawling Utes. The Brawling Utes versus Judgment Day right now.
Ridge says, sorry, I can't hear you. Everybody was booing. Dom. Look, you're getting the crowd going. A banger in Beantown.
Pause.
Boston's had a few of those.
Accusations. I was going to say, the last time we had anybody show up from the UK out in Beantown, we were throwing their fucking tea off a fucking pier. So.
Everyone loves Joe, and I love Joe too.
Well, love us too. Pause.
There you go.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Is that where we're going?
Maybe.
Or is it Joe? Dun, 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 dun. Does he beat MJF for the world title?
No. Orange Cassidy will.
Oh, why would you say something worse than what I pitched? You took something so nice and just dropped a turd in the middle of it.
OC had that record-breaking run. He's the best champion in all of wrestling, according to some people.
What's his name there? Why would you say something so bold yet so truthful?
Imagine though, dude, that'd be very upsetting for a lot of.
That's game over, man. I'll Bill Paxton. Game over, man.
Ridge Holland is easy to forget. Ridge, let's fucking go. His name just ran out of my mind. I probably called him 400 times.
Can I say something and people are going to get upset about it? It's because most of the time you're reading articles about who he's hurt versus anything he's done.
That's a reach.
It's not a nice thing to say, but it's an accurate thing to say.
He hurt a couple people, and one wasn't even his fault.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little injury, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little botch move.
Whoever allowed them to do a belly, the belly to belly on the floor. I mean, Biggie's a big guy, but I don't think the Pretty Deadly
more egregious issue. The
Rich Holland is like
suplex on the outside or hook versus jungle jackass through the windshield at All In. Knowing the fallout, everything included. More egregious thing to have happen.
That's a funny comparable. I'm gonna go all out or all in just because the other one was complete accidental. The other one was intentional and guided and planned.
It was the only
plotted
I could make.
Plotted.
Yeah, it was the only combination I made.
It's all good. Dreamer with the pin and the 2.
Oh no. 2. I got a 2 count. As he looked like he was trying to just cuddle up with that man late at night of like,
right.
Hold me closer, Kenny King.
Stripper Kenny.
Something strange for a little piece of change.
Right. If this goes any longer, the Bloodline will probably have to fight the OC, Judgment Day, and even the Hurt Business. Maybe not simultaneously. Probably not recommended. But it could easily happen.
Imagine though if we got to like a Survivor Series and everything to where a War Games match might actually kind of halfway matter, and also where we go back to the old school of like we have this faction versus that faction in a fucking elimination match and everything versus brand versus brand.
Yeah, I think there's still a possibility of having something like that. I thought, we've talked several times that potentially a Judgment Day versus a group of baby faces could work for War Games. I wonder with Jimmy and Jay being split, Nick, do they run up something like do they have a Survivor Series where somehow Jay and Jimmy cross paths and then they don't cross paths again till Rumble? Maybe one of them throws the other one out of the Rumble, and then it leads to that WrestleMania match that we want, which I think was going to be a burner. Oh shit!
Well, I mean, there's the whole idea. Oh,
Bobby Dreamer, yes! DDT, and new.
Can I just say something that this man's belly welly was hanging out at the end there of like? You just want to give him maybe this is saying that my mind's telling me no, but my body.
Well, there you go, Tommy Dreamer, your new digital champion.
He's a roly-poly. He's big. He's hardcore and round.
Ridge got that one. Let's fucking go. True. TJ. What did TJ say?
And why is Heath? Sorry, you can miss me with the Impact stories. Why is that Heath out here like celebrating with him? Of like, you see this guy here with the clown pants and the mullet. Like, this is a fucking true icon right now.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, yeah. In this realm, he is though.
It's so weird. Because Tommy Dreamer, he's I know I kind of halfway joked about it before. He's the trailer park boy, Terry Funk. That's what he is.
I'm okay with that.
You nailed it on the head, and I was like, whoa, fuck! I got this glass instead of a fucking fifth glass. So I'll just show up with like, I'm Julian.
Dun dun dun. Oh, we're getting the virtuoso next.
Are we? I got. Okay, because I had Josh Alexander squaring up the headpiece there. But so we're getting Deonna Purrazzo versus Jordan Swole Grace.
Jordan making her big return.
Who you got?
I took Jordan Grace because she is coming back.
Oh, son of a bitch. I thought it was going to be different taking her.
No, I love Deonna Purrazzo, but I think Deonna could be could be taking some time away or maybe moving on. But I do think Jordan Grace's big comeback and push starts now. So,
right, as we get a spinning setup for a DDT, and now we get a big Double arm suspended suplex there.
Yeah, question for you. While you were on pause, we have LA Knight interact with Paul Heyman, who points out, I don't think we've ever,
my name is Paul.
How did you feel?
I think we're setting up, obviously, for somewhere down the line of where we get this. You plant the seeds of if Paul decides to go babyface, of however they want to go with this. LA Knight and Paul Heyman
together.
I think at this point, you strap anybody with Paul Heyman, it's the license to print money.
Nah.
But at the same time, but I think, it's very much in question of where Roman goes here, and even any feud he gets kind of feels like it's a placeholder feud versus a long-standing feud. So, like him versus AJ is a placeholder. Him versus LA Knight is 2 to 3 pay-per-views.
Yeah, it should be. Oh, but Ridge is on fire right now. Where's Sheamus been lately? Valid question. You see him last week?
Yeah, he just had a match last week.
Right. Smack a friend, what?
Why? That's called assault, brother. But I mean, as long as you don't blame us for doing it, you do you, boo boo.
The J-Day defendants.
What?
Oh, look, Pretty Deadly.
Why do we have a wheelchair? Why do you have
a wheelchair for an arm injury?
This should have been. Oh my God! You put them and Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. There's your fucking metaphor instead of the NXT faction,
right? Yeah.
Douche-a-four.
Metaphor.
I haven't been with a 10, but I have been with a 4-4.
Right.
What do you guys think? LA Knight's new contract. Alleged. I'm not his agent. I don't know the deals. I don't know the ins and outs.
Listen, if they're signing him to a 5-year deal, they're smart, right? Because he's the type of guy that even if he burns out and his over wears off, he's still a great utility guy. He's a Robert Roode. He's a Dolph Ziggler, a guy that you can put in the ring that will give you a banger of a match. And
as you mentioned, a guy who's producing backstage and a guy who hasn't been featured in TV.
That's what I mean. Like eventually,
how long?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like eventually, LA Knight won't be as hot as he is now. So still having him in the fold for 5 years works wonderfully in and out of the ring, I think.
Do you think he loses momentum in the first couple of years of that contract or in the back end? I think it's the back end. I think maybe year 4, year 5 is when we're winding down.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, right? Like that's what I think is. Oh, we'll go back to commercial break as Pete Dunne is on fire, taking everybody out
on the outside. As I've got Jordan Grace just taking it to Deanna right now.
Yeah.
Boogs! Boogs exists as we're getting a Snickers high protein commercial. In case.
It's Boogs. I thought you said boobs. Honestly.
I've got Bianca out there with the boobs, so that is a thing too.
Call.
But I do have Rick Boogs.
And up next on Impact,
Boogs and Boobs, coming to you on your USA Network.
I'm glad I misheard you. Thank you.
Coming right after Law and Order is Boobs and Boobs.
Make sure you have those predictions in, folks.
Right.
Pretty Deadly. 5-1. Yes, boys. What's up? What's up, pal?
What up?
Jordan. All right. A lot of people taking Jordan Grace.
Kind of hard not to, because who's at this point, Jordan Grace is a 4-lifer, which y'all should be, by the way. We do have just click that nice little button, join, and you become a 4-lifer. But Jordan Grace is a 4-lifer at this point, I feel, when it comes to Impact. When you see someone that has the world at their fingertips could have gone to AEW, that's going to pay you through the fucking nose, pun intended, with a contract. WWE, that 100%, you instantly jump into that. And granted, you're jumping into a bigger Shark Tank, but you still, I think, could hold water there. But she stays with Impact, and you're like I think I can't remember who exactly you said. Oh, Moose.
Moose, same thing, same idea. That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Big shark in a little tank.
Right, 6-0. Top 5 runs in WWE across all 3 brands since 2021. Roman Reigns, Gunther, Bianca Belair, Mandy Rose, Charlotte Flair. Seth maybe in that group.
Are you saying top 5 as in like an opinion, or are you saying it in length? That's the only question I'm asking.
Oh, that's a valid question.
It's a weird question to ask.
I took it as like opinion. That's a very good one.
Yeah. Well, no, I thought that's initially what he was asking or what he was stating of length, runtime.
Props to you guys. Boston and Bear, keep it up.
Oh, because you missed the whole thing.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Now I got to try and find it. Talk about while I find it.
Austin, you got the Colombian Bogota in the neighborhood. The guy.
Bodega. Now that your Canadian is showing that you called it a bodega, it's a bodega.
Bogota. Get over here.
Bodega.
Yeah. No, I know what it is.
Okay.
Where's Sheamus been? I still don't know what I missed. VHS. What? I'm getting a video package for Rhea versus Raquel next week on Raw.
I know. I got Rocio out here just saying letters.
Right.
Saying hi. I know, Boston, you said it earlier. Boston, put it in the super chat. Well, no, I saw Boston put out that he's been sober for X amount of time and everything like that. And then talking about, chips and meeting around the coffee pot and everything like that. So, yeah, good on you. 100%.
Nothing but respect for that.
Right.
Trust me. I can relate, my friend. Thank you.
That's the thing. I was trying to find the exact quotations, but I couldn't find it. So that's why we got the super chats, the super stickers for us. I've got Finn and Butch right now in the ring. I've still got Jordan Grace trying to hook up here on Deanna. Very fitting with like the fire and ice kind of theme here of Jordan's very much all in the all red gear as Deanna's all in the blue gear. Bear, I don't think so. I want to make it to see my 30s the way I ran in my 20s.
Yeah. Life catches up to you, man, one way or the other. You got to make, sometimes you got to make that hard choice. But yeah, try without getting too deep. But yeah, no, shout out to everybody that battles.
Oh, well, I was going to just say, 100%. I know my birthday's coming up, and it's kind of become a tradition on the channel to where we do a fundraiser for some sort of mental health or some sort of charity and everything like that. So be on the lookout for that, folks.
Right.
I drink wine. Get deep. Balls deep. Pause. It sounds like you just want. Which beer do you prefer to get balls deep?
Anyway, just think. Ladies and gentlemen out there, just think. $2.99 a month is one less coffee you drink to support the show. That gets us through the wrestling week. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you, Boston. And it's true. Damn true.
Well, and everything 100%. It's not like some other shows where it's like, oh, send us this. And then, hey, by the way, I made it to SummerSlam. I happen to have the funds and everything like that. No, 100% everything that you guys, all the support, all the love, all the appreciation, 100%. We're just building a giant community, a giant family, and 100% goes back into the channel of how can we do things bigger, better, bolder, of 100% of how can we be here talking more wrestling. Like we don't talk enough wrestling with y'all.
Mm-hmm. Take your time with this. The Brawling Utes first. I got that one. Just the two like Utes. The two. Oh, why didn't I read it like this?
It took you. I've said that like 4 times, and it took you till now.
Right. Just like Mammy's gear at Payback was China inspired. Is Damien inspired by China too? There you go.
Don't treat me like a woman. Don't treat me like a man. I've got a superplex or a replay of a superplex on one screen and a roll up on the other.
Right. Are you interested in John Moxley versus Action Andrade for the digital media Championship. I like that one. Yes or no tomorrow night? No, not really. I
I'm
find it
interested in the betting lines of how soon will Moxley bleed? How long does this match last? And taking the over on anyone that thinks Andretti's going to win that match.
But yeah, no, absolutely. I find it very interesting the characters that are showing up on Collision now that Punk is no longer at Collision.
Well, it's going to be really interesting. This is going to be the first post-Collision, the first post-Punk Collision.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be the final countdown. We're going to get the Bryan Danielson, which honestly, I don't know how you feel. We might talk about this more on Saturday. I don't hate the idea because he still is a pro wrestler type of guy.
It's over.
He's bought into the system, so it's going to be interesting to see where the line's drawn as we get Judgment Day with over the two Utes.
Every time I hear about a bodega, I think of Dave Chappelle. It just happens. It's half baked and the whole how to identify yourself. 6-1, 7-0. Look at this, 7-0. As JD picks up a W, Smackdown.
I'm out here feeling like Elf of You Sit on a Throne of Lies.
If I randomly start saying things is to pop myself, because all this week, while good and healthy, is just groomed up by night. I hear you, my guy.
I think you're already well deep in the libations there. All of that made
the Almighty is here.
Well, have you seen the reports of people saying a big heel turn is bound to happen on SmackDown and talking about Bobby Lashley and the Profits and everything? It's like, no shit. We all know they're supposed to be heels. Like, if you watch the show, you get it.
Yeah, like, I mean, to me, it's not that much of a surprise. Though Bobby has been playing to the crowd. Yes, I mean,
it's a heel on heel feud.
We're kind of watching where this is going. But hey, Hurt Business taking on JD.
Right, but like I said, it's a heel on heel feud. Who turns babyface?
They closed the bodega by my store for some. Wrong country, AB. You got to come to this one.
No, wrong state.
Oh, there you go. Me, that's true.
That's
the
thing true. Is I live in the spot of New England to where I can go to every state around me. Just not my state. That the motto is live free or die.
But just can't get high.
I want to get high.
We will arrest you if you try.
Right.
Yeah, here, yeah, there, VHS on Losing People. Yeah, man. Yesterday was the birthday of my favorite person ever on the planet, which was my grandfather. And yeah, Losing People is never easy to deal with.
Fair enough.
A handful of us left now. Yeah. Shit. Oh, shit.
It's going to be us. And notice how you have Bobby squaring up with Damien. You have leader squaring up with leader.
The leader.
I need a liter of cola. It's for a cop.
Liter of cola. No one laughs when I do that, like in real life, but I keep doing it. One day I'll get over.
Because you don't live in New England. You're not close enough to Vermont, so they don't fully get it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like the chugging maple syrup reference. That's just a weekend excursion for you guys. That's a joke around here.
Is AJ giving the OC shit? He is. This is good.
Well, no, 100%. These fuckwits have just been doing nothing but sit there and playing patty cake backstage. And he's like, y'all saw me get jumped from behind. Y'all saw me getting fucking beat up and everything. And I didn't see it. Now none of y'all show up to do nothing.
Yeah, we always had each other's backs. No matter what, we had each other's backs. He is blasting them. This is good. Either this causes a divide or wakes the fuck up out of the OC. Which is
I hope
needed.
option two.
Yeah. Is Roman on tonight, Vance? No.
Right. No. Oh, and why would you go from that to fucking Kevin Patrick throwing a commercial?
The Almighty Alliance. Dun, dun, dun.
No.
Never mind. Sorry, big dog. I tried.
Well, anytime I think Alliance, I just think of like Vince McMahon, the McMahons of "You've got no chance."
Oh, Jordan Grace, as predicted, picks up a W. And a bit of a heelish vibe to her. I like it. Nice match. Nice
heelish
match.
or just more badass? The tiptoey over the line of, more tweener than heel.
Maybe. Oh, man. We're ready for fucking chaos next. If this is the next match, hold on tight.
Oh, fair enough, because I feel like I was getting stop motion of like BCO. It's like, this is terrifying.
PC over his bully, I believe.
He's scary in full motion, let alone stop motion.
Right. So, folks, we are on commercial for SmackDown. We are on a package about the next match coming up, which looks to be PCO versus Bully Ray in Anything Goes match, which meanwhile, he's already attempted to set him on fire again tonight and hit him with a car.
As I say, he's poured gasoline in the man's mouth. He's hit him with a car. He set him on fire. The man will not die.
He will not die. AJ heel turn. I don't know. I don't know if the Good Brothers are babyface enough to garner an AJ. They might just cheer for him.
No, not at all. And why do I feel like I halfway got Boston from our chat there? Because I'm obviously watching Fox right now. Sorry. And I just got a dude in gray hair with a Boston 316 shirt cutting a fucking promo about the news tomorrow and everything. But yeah, no, the Good Brothers, Mission at all are not able to stand alone. So I think that was more of an AJ of saying "nut up or shut up," of like, let's get actually back to being a badass faction.
AJ Styles just said what us fans have been saying for months of like, all right, you brought the OC back, but what have they fucking done? AJ's been all but meh, and the OC hasn't done squat. So yeah, I think the fact of like, hey, why am I out getting mugged when we used to have each other's back and enjoy beating up John Cena, and now you guys are just hanging around Mia? What
you're out here sitting here playing, Rochambeau backstage and everything like that. But so who you got, Bully Ray or PCO?
PCO.
I'll take Bully Ray.
Fair enough.
I'll take Bully.
I might have taken Bully last night when I was asked. I can't remember.
No, you're fine. Well, because it gets to the question of could potentially, and this is a reach and a half of like, I might stretch my back out here. I'm doing yoga positions trying to reach for this. If Bubba Dudley signs a Legends contract with WWE, could we get Bully Ray in WWE?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's something to do.
All right, but I hope for that. Yeah. We get an actual prominent feud.
But I don't think they want Bully. I think they want the Dudley boys. Like that's
no, give me Bully.
No, we're not getting Bully.
Rated.
You might get a little bit of Bully, like the Dudleys. But they want
to do solo. You could do Roman Reigns versus Bully Ray.
They would never do that. Not on a Legends.
No, contract. Right, but no, you could do it and make it work though.
I think Bully could, yeah. Except the in-ring might lack a little, but they could. But
he sits there and you play up of him talking to Heyman. You use that angle. And then Roman does what he does, and half the time it's him just whooping ass and talking throughout the match.
I can't imagine the WWE looking at it the way we do. Oh, but we're getting highlights from the Superstar Spectacle. I made fun of it, but
Wyatt almost broke out over a shirt in the crowd.
Right?
Oh, so we've already got PCO jumping Bully backstage as he's like, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you.
Yeah, get your predictions in on PCO Bully. And next week, John Cena will be on the Waller Effect, so it definitely feels like there's a potential tag team match coming. The Douche Bros versus LA and Cena.
That's why I'm thinking that maybe they trade for Jey Uso wasn't as much of a big deal. Seeing how we're getting the Miz next week versus LA Knight, maybe he's the trade.
I don't know. Would you really trade Jey Uso for the Miz?
Listen, let's not.
You're kind of getting
If you're going to
shafted on that
poo-poo my
transaction.
idea about them actually using Bully Ray in a predominant feud, you can't sit there and
Yeah,
try
I'll let
to
you have
apply
it.
logic to fucking the Miz.
No, I'm okay with the Miz. The Miz makes more sense. I don't see
But next
WWE
week we
using
also,
Bully.
or 2 weeks time, we get EO versus Asuka for the WWE Women's Championship. The contact lenses on Asuka are just fucking kind of halfway throwing me off.
I like it. She's like the female Pennywise.
I guess that tells you who's afraid of clowns and who's not. I'm going to be down. In 2 weeks.
Except right at the end, she does a cha-cha, which makes no sense with who she is. Like, why did you throw that in there? You're supposed to be evil. You're too happy.
Japanese cha-cha, I don't know.
7-1, Alexis. 8-1. 8-0, sorry.
Why did Jimmy Uso's song just start off like he was a part of fucking
funny.
Indusure right there?
I don't know.
I'm waiting for Jinder Mahal to come out and said, I got Jimmy Uso. I got Jinder Mauso.
So Jimmy AJ up next.
Who you got? As I've got Bully putting a table in the ring.
This one's a tough shout. I assumed this was going to be a main event.
Well, it depends on how long we go. What else?
Yeah, no kidding. What else is there?
You got this and you got the Fallout afterwards. So that's going to be the interesting part, because unless there's something else advertised we missed, this is going to have Fallout. Unless they give them either a bunch of commercial breaks or they give them 20 minutes.
Commercials. We didn't have Curtis on commercial duty tonight, so.
Yeah, Curtis, goddammit.
You're
laughing. You didn't even call out or nothing.
Right.
I'm going to take that as a no-call, no-show.
Between the Logan Dillon craziness and the press conference, Israel and his dog, and the Fury Nagano press conference, the fight game is going more bonkers in WWE. It's how you sell fights. You make it controversial. Let's go.
That's the thing, though, is UFC, and I don't even want to say boxing, but the Paul brothers sell fights better than any bit of pro wrestling does.
That's why pro wrestling should be playing it the same way. Like, have it like these like where we talk about AEW struggling with the bet. You know, you're my friend. No, you're my friend. No, I don't give a fuck about who's friends with who. I want guys that are like, you know what, I'm sick of your shit and I want to pop your head off.
Well, it's so funny. Even if you go back to even like the 80s and everything like that, like say it could be Macho and he's got a feud with the Warrior or something like that. But Hogan's champion. He's still going to slide in a shot at Hogan during his promo because he's still got eyes on the belt. I don't care if I'm third or fourth on the fucking match list. I'm still working my way here.
Right. Almighty Inc. That could work.
Well, like I was saying, it's one of those, you could be a wild card in the situation, but you still think you're going to win the fucking cup or win the Super Bowl or whatever. But you should still be aiming that way instead of just, well, I've accepted my lot in life.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is an element of promos that definitely back in the day, they were always, and I mean, a lot of times it was them putting multiple people on notice, like you said, because they were all kind of there. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just about kind of bringing a different maturity. But we got tables everywhere on Victory Road.
Yeah, we've got
one
corners table match.
There goes PCO through the first one.
Right. Swing and a miss. Now,
through
if he goes to the third one and doesn't hit Bullet, 3 strikes, you're out.
This is what the match
gone through 2.
Right?
We've got 1 more left.
First person to put their opponent through all 4 tables wins.
Well, we've got 3. That's 3 strikes and you're out. 3 tables
on
and you're out.
Out.
That's the Canadian rules with that 4 strike.
All right. I hope this is a good match, if not better than PCO versus Macklin match. I thought the PCO Macklin match was great.
Well, you're going to say, I hated that match so where the man had his lips literally stapled shut and was having to pry them out. But I love it when GCW is using light tubes and yeah.
Macklin had his head
well, I was gonna say, yeah, Macklin went super military. He built a fucking flag into his forehead because that fucker was flapping.
Dude, that was one of there it goes. So PCO goes through 4 tables in succession.
It. You're out. Game over. We're done here. Strap on and strap it. Not only 3 strikes, 4 strikes, you're out. Yeah.
Right.
Macklin turned, like I said, the amber waves of forehead is what Macklin had going on with that match. So
one of the most gruesome things I've seen, in a long time. Where
worst forehead, Steve Macklin after PCO. Or Braun Breaker, or Von Wagner after Braun Breaker.
I haven't seen Von Wagner. They never showed it.
He turned that shit from an outie to an innie.
Well, we don't know yet. But
he dropped the top on that bitch.
Macklin's forehead was waving at me. That's a problem. That's not a good
like, hi, how you doing? I see you.
I can see what the motherfucker's thinking.
See, and now we've got Santino out here of like having to tell Bully like, stop it, you've done enough. Yeah, you can't do it anymore.
He smacks Santino and Santino's amping up.
We're gonna get the fucking Cobra.
Oh, here it is. I'm coming, John Cena.
I'm coming for you, John Cena. Listen here, John Cena. I know this man signed a Legends contract. Where's my Legends contract, John Cena?
There you go. The
Cobra.
600.
Is the Cobra venomous or not venomous? That's an argument for discussion.
August was WWE's most viewed month ever on TikTok with over 620 million views. WWE's TikTok is up 235% compared to last year. Wow. All right.
And we try to do the same thing, 100%. Big things.
Give us some of them views. Come on,
well, I was going to say, not only with that, we've been popping, like fucking Jiffy Pop on the stovetop. But 100%, we got the TikTokies and everything like that. Trust me, we got Miss Luna Havoc. We got Anthony out there who's popping off on the TikTok. So 100%. We've said it before when it comes into YouTube and this, that, and the third. But on the TikTokies too, big things popping, little things stopping.
They don't want none.
Oh, that gimpy ass forehead. What?
Who will put over Dudley's and RVD at WrestleMania 40? Valid question.
Paul Heyman. Because you want to know why? Because they're gonna get introduced or inducted. Well, no, they're all Hall of Famers, so they'll induct Paul Heyman.
They all induct Paul Heyman? Just like 5 of them?
If not all of them, at least Bully does.
Bully would be an interesting shout to induct him.
I don't think there's anyone better. Who would you say that would be better to induct?
Well, remember, there's still heat.
JR?
I think there's still heat between Paul and Bully, so that might not work great.
There's heat between Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman at this fucking point. Well, let's be honest.
Well, I mean, I think there's some people that have softened, but Paul Heyman going in, that'd be interesting.
Suplex on
he asked Vince McMahon to do it.
Let me tell you something, pal.
Paul's like that. Well, if I'm going in, the best man better do it.
Couldn't Vince make it through the whole introduction without saying something that's like, and there goes the Endeavor deal.
Do you like my new mustache?
Right.
AJ all the way. Cole said Styles had a lot of heat with Heyman over the years. There you go. There you go. Wow, right on his neck.
And we're already into the early Botchamania spot there a little bit of to where Jay sold the Phantom Punch. He sold one too many.
Right. Jimmy
PCO's getting dumped on the ladder now. Yeah.
Metamucil and CBD gummies. What the fuck are you doing over there?
Wait, what? Read that again. Run that by me one more time.
Metamucil and CBD gummies.
What is a really cool fucking retirement home?
All right.
Well, Metamucil and fucking CBDs. I was like, that sounds like the fucking.
What does that sound? Well, sounds like a nap on the toilet. Another thing
on the toilet. sitting on the toilet.
There you go.
At least as long as you got us on the phone, it don't matter.
There you go. Another thing that you saw in the 80s was you never saw someone get called out to the ring. Every call out was done in the back. I wouldn't go that far, JV, to be 100% honest with you. I do believe some people did get called out from time to time. You got
some, but you didn't get their fucking music, and then their
the music's a different thing, like
everything. That's why it sucks to be if you're getting jumped and you're a friend of Jeff Hardy, it sucks to call on him to help you out because it's just all the way down the entrance ramp. This man's got to have a full EDM dance.
You even look at Lana, right? Like Lana makes her debut at All Out, and she's got music, she's got a screen, she's hot and flexible. Why not just come out with no music? Like, why not run out or like run out from the crowd or the side stage and then be like, no, please don't kill my husband, opposed to,
because how will they subscribe to Lana fans if they don't know that she's hot and flexible?
Yeah, I guess. Like, I mean,
it's weird.
It's definitely one thing, right? Like generally you would have people, run-ins were run-ins, they weren't planned, right? So I do appreciate that idea.
We could come up with a whole like tier list or top 10 list of like shitty current booking things that they do that you just get rid of, and it would fix pro wrestling.
By the way, Bully and PCO are still smashing the shit out of each other, and Jimmy
man just punched him out through a trash bin.
Oh, through another table.
That's 5 at least so far. But yeah, I know he was the Quebecer. I didn't know he was the Quebec Superman, to where he can literally punch someone out through a trash bin.
Yeah, are you kidding? It's PCO, man. He do all types of shit like that. He's Frankenstein, motherfucker.
I'm a straight knock you out.
Yeah, he's Frankenstein.
Maple Leafs knock you out.
Right? He got paws, man. How you back Bully shit? That had to hurt. I think he even said to PCO, help me, I'm stuck. The table was kind of folded on top of him. We got a cheese grater, by the way.
Oh, I thought it was cowbell.
We need more cowbell.
I thought it was Will Ferrell out here. I have a yearning for more cowbell.
But yeah, Jimmy refusing to. So like Jimmy really healing this up, and his fingers in the air. Like it is really. Yeah, he's gonna take Jay Slott as the new kind of right hand man, and we've established Jay at this point. We saw him getting into it with Riddle backstage. We saw him getting into it with Drew backstage, etc. Jay's now kind of doing his solo run. So with this much time on the clock, who shows up? Oh, we got Solo and Paul.
Speak of the devils, and they shall appear.
Right. Speaking of that, Curtis is here.
Oh, and that doesn't count as a table break because the table rolled over just like PCO did on top of Bully on top of the table.
Right. How is
the table?
Right. How is Roman Reigns doing? I'm sure he's chilling on the island of relevancy quite well.
Right. He's out there drinking a Mai Tai on the island of relevancy. That's where we're at.
And we're off to another commercial break on SmackDown as these men are still trying to kill each other on Victory Road, guys.
Right, and we're not even in the main event, and we've gotten more tables than catering backstage right now, I think, have been involved.
When did closed fist punches never really officially became not illegal?
I was going to say, and I see your Jim Cornette is showing.
Right? It just happened.
Oh, we've got table number 6.
Oh, we got the win! Yes!
What the... He ended on that.
Why not? He put him through another table.
This man went through 4 tables to start the match.
He's Frankenstein
because he put him through a table and a half.
You're not Frankenstein.
Feed my Frankenstein.
I haven't feeding you or anything. How is Jay? Jay is on Raw, so he's doing well. He likes it raw.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw. You're turning this into fucking karaoke session.
What's the bigger heel line? Brett screwed Brett, or I feared for my life. Ooh.
No, heel line is a bad way to phrase that.
No, they're both heel lines. I like it, pal.
I don't know. I wouldn't call them heel lines. I think they're just, I don't know what you want to call it, pride coming before a fall, like the juxtaposition. Like there's so many, it's not a heel turn. They weren't aiming to get they didn't say that aiming to get the backlash they did. It was so you don't read the room.
No, I think Vince wanted to get the heel heat. I don't think Tony did. You're right on that one for sure.
You think the man sat there and took a fucking shiner from Bret Hart, and he sat there and instantly knew I'm gonna get heat with saying Bret screwed Bret.
Yeah, the birth of Mr. McMahon. Yeah, I think it was.
It's so interesting because I would give him the credit of actually thinking that. Tony just backslid into the greatest line in AEW history.
But he genuinely, I legit believe, like if you put Tony on a lie detector, he would pass. Like, were you afraid for your life? Yes. Ding. Like, he's good. He believed it because that's the most aggression. I don't think he got put on.
When you're the son of a billionaire, that's the most aggression you've been around. Yeah, probably. Right? So you just get, Mr. America, Hulk Hogan out there and the Patriot mask, and he's out there. He's giving Tony Khan a lie detector test of you are an asshole. Burp, nailed.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I feared for my life. Burp, nailed.
Yeah, so I mean, I might give the nod to Tony on this one because I think he genuinely means it and it makes it worse.
Yeah, well, at this point, I almost have to give it to Vince with the Bret screwed Bret because it holds up.
Yeah, and it became something.
It's synonymous when it comes to pro wrestling of Bret screwed Bret.
Next match coming up is your tag titles on Victory Road, by the way, and the match between Jimmy and AJ are still going. Solo and Paul have made their way closer to the ring. There you go. So up next, Rascals versus MCMG. Get your predictions in on this one. I think a lot of people are banging out some pretty solid scores.
Allegedly.
I'm really shocked with Jimmy, Nick, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Shocked in what way?
I just don't, to me, it just felt like we went through all this shit for the last month and a half. For Jimmy just to be heelish and come back as a singles heel seems fucked. Like with no payoff to the previous storyline, really.
I think a good chunk of this is kind of fucked. Well, honestly, as much as we like the Jey Uso part and we all got emotional and everything of, oh, Sammy, that's not very Usy of me. And then they hug it out and everything. But at the same time, he was still tied up to a situation with his brother to where if he wasn't on Raw and doing that, no one's crying, over spilt milk because we didn't get that moment. They'd still be enjoying him and Jay going at it. I think Jay's the opposite coin of this. It's just Jay's managed to come out smelling like roses out of this.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's part of my struggle is that 2 weeks ago, everybody was cheering just as loud for Jimmy. And it looked like maybe there'd be some confrontation between the two. And maybe there will be one, in the future. But it just feels like
we're going to get there. Honestly, we thought they were just going to be the babyface tag team that just rides off and just does their own thing and just fight the bloodline.
I just feel like it's a chapter without a conclusion. And I'm not really sure where we're at with the new chapter. The tribal chief is not coming around, which hurts business.
It's a chapter that feels like an intermission, is what it is.
Yeah, like a slight subplot.
It's a chapter that you realize there's supposed to be something here going on, but no one knows what the fuck is, or who, or when, or where, or why.
Right.
What's up, back body drop from AJ, by the way. As I've got the Wrasslins coming out right now.
Right. Did someone say Taco Bell? Oh man, don't. You can't bring up Taco Bell when I'm on the volume.
All right. So then that's gonna be a tier list then because I don't fuck with Taco Bell.
When I'm feeling nice and up
lubricated.
there. Oh, pause. But yes.
I was like, shit. I was like, that's the
Mhm.
wrong word to choose.
Yeah, I mean, you get
when
so
you're
much,
KJ Skywalker with the vitamins.
right? Oh wow, Pele kick on Jimmy. But yeah, man. I mean, that you get too much for so little. I could happily spend a good 20-25 bucks and just it's not healthy, it's not happy, but it's fun.
See, I don't fucks with the Taco Bell. I wish the BK by me was better because that's my personal favorite is BK.
I love BK. A good Whopper.
The one that
Okay,
the one that's my go-to is Wendy's. Five Guys is by me, but it's too. That's the
Overrated.
hoity-toity. You can't do that
Overrated.
regular. Five Guys is overrated to you?
I think Five Guys is overrated. At least
you
in my
prefer 6 or you prefer 4?
You're killing me, Smalls.
I try.
All this food talk. Let's 9-0, 9-0, 6-3.
I no. We got a pizza party thing in the Discord, which, by the way, guys, I was going to say we can start going into that again, and people are going to get upset.
Right.
They're like, all these fat bearded bastards do is talk about food.
But right now, yeah, we got the Rascals setting up their match against the Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah, no. All the junk food talk's killing me.
Is Wrasslin not the most successful out of the Rascals?
He would be based on where he's at, yeah, for sure.
I would say, but so who you got in this match?
Give you up.
You got them. You were going Motor City or Rascals?
I went Rascals.
Oh, fine. Then I'll go Motor City. I'll go MCDC, just like how no one picked MCDC to beat the Chiefs there. So I'll take Motor City here. I'll stay with the Detroit team.
Right.
Detroit, Win City.
You were Taco Bell. Pause. Why pause? What are you doing to your taco? Pause. Right. You can have that.
What questions are you asking to your taco?
Lumping all the gimmicks
you need
together.
To pause about. Listen, whatever you do with your taco is between you and Jesus, my guy.
Sorry. All you were missing was the what at the end. You would have nailed the trifecta of gimmicks.
I don't. I was like, I don't quote Taco Bell.
No, not you.
Fair, I know. Fair enough. This man's doing my gimmicks, so.
There you go. Well, yeah. I said you guys were interchangeable.
That's still the fucking Wrasslin for Life conspiracy going out there. Is that we're the same person.
Right. 5 guys because it's true. The world is flat. AJ Styles has.
Well, that's going into the whole AJ being halfway a flat earther. No.
Is he really that much of is he?
I don't know if it's legit. It's much the same of how I don't know if it's legit or if Flip Gordon's just using it as an angle and just a gimmick of
oh, that's right.
This is how I'm going to get myself over, but I don't know if that's the way to get yourself over. But right now, the most flat earther in pro wrestling is Flip Gordon.
Right. Taco Bell. We're going to need a bigger box. My guy, Larry. That's a good one. I like Taco Bell, but it don't like me.
My mind's telling me no, but my body
never gonna give you up.
Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you.
The rest of that sentence must have fallen off the edge of the earth.
That is Allie and fucking oop, my guy.
And people say wrestling fans aren't funny.
Oh no, we are. There's more cringe than funny. No lie. $22 for a shake and at 5 guys. Does it bring all the boys to the yard? For that, I can go to Red Robin and have a nice whiskey burger, unlimited fries, and cookies. Now we're all right. We're fucked. Well, right, and now we're just getting the munchies.
Killing me, Smalls, with all this.
Listen, I'll put it this way. Who's dropping a super chat or a super stick or anything like that to cover the fucking Uber Eats tab right now with the fucking monkeys you're fucking sending out here? So y'all fucking want to talk about it. So someone talk about it and be about it.
Oh, we got a winner.
AJ
Styles. And he gets jumped.
Well, did he get jumped or did he miss the jump? Because I came back to it.
No, Damien
now
and
we got
Finn.
it. No, Damien just getting.
Finn.
Nobody likes AJ Styles.
Oh, the
right
OC.
Now.
So, dude, this is getting interesting because now we got Judgment Day, OC, and the Bloodline all kind of intertwined. And the Judgment Day serving up AJ.
Hey, you remember what's that big pay-per-view in the fall around November time and everything like that? That also, by the way, happens to be in Chicago. That's right, the Survivor Series. You remember when we used to actually have these factions involved in multi-person matches outside of just one match?
That's it. Yeah.
Or even you get a multi-man War Games Survivor Series match, and so that's how we end Friday
It'd be like, do you do like a triple threat War Games, or do you just team people up like they did for Stadium Stampede?
Maybe you do differentiating. Maybe they get big enough, and you get, say, it's 2 here and 2 here, and then 3 there and 3 there. I don't know.
Right.
But we're getting faction, not fraction. We're getting a fraction of faction warfare right now. As I'm getting a fucking Wendy's commercial. We're not gonna look like fucking fat asses right now.
I love Wendy's.
Bro.
Such a
Wendy's is fucking lethal around me right now because it's the most convenient for me to get fucking like mobile order and just grab and go shit. Wendy's is fucking lethal around me. I'm fucking turning into Jim Cornette.
Man look like in the Boston t-shirt.
Yeah, so you are getting this too. I'm like, what the?
Who is that fucking Shane McMahon?
Shane McMahon. Tell me that's not Boston Shane McMahon right now. Cutting a promo with Grayson Waller.
All right, folks. We have the end of SmackDown. Is that over, right? We ended early?
That's the end of SmackDown. Now I got to try and find Rampage.
Yeah, all right. I will take a rating out of 10. So will Nick. If you want, let us know.
Just KJ. KJ can have that. I'm off for the night. KJ can have that.
We know Nick doesn't like ratings. But
I just by the way, my ass out of all of them.
Right, MCMG. I feel like we're about to really pay attention to Victory Road coming up here.
We got Rampage.
We got tandem sharpshooters, not sharpshooters. Right. Figure fours.
Yeah, tandem figure fours, sharpshooters.
Yeah, warriors, come out and play.
Hit that subscribe button today.
You sounded like Adam Sandler. That's all.
Hey, fellow New Hampshireites. So see, I'm just learning the lingo here.
Jay is gonna have issues with that on Raw. Interesting. See, we're kind of mingling the shows, and yeah, I believe we could be building something for Survivor Series.
Like, welcome to WWE, where the rosters are made up and the storylines don't matter.
You get the draft definitely out the window. We're fucked on that.
Yeah, that's gone.
If you do build like a heel army between the Judgment Day and the Bloodline, because right now the Bloodline is essentially Roman and so you can have 5 men. So if you have Cody,
no, you have the babyface faction of Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and KO, and Jey Uso. There's a whole other 5 that no one's. This is the war of 5 armies. This is fucking Game of Thrones right now.
Right. So then you have a mystery 5th. Look in my eye.
Oh shit! Oh, or I hear voices in my.
That would be.
No, you know it's gonna be. Drew Galloway, Drew McIntyre.
Our Shane McMahon's back. He looks.
I don't know. Shit. I got Rampage kicking off with.
I'm still watching the Boston News. What happened in Linfield?
I got Penta El Zero versus Jay Lethal right now in the title eliminators. I've still got. The Rascals going against Motor City Machine Guns.
Yes, what he said.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna pause while I find Rampage.
You're good. You pause for the
There's
cause,
nobody
and then when you
cares
come
about
back, I'll
Rampage.
pause for the cause. As we'll hear from Sammy Guevara later tonight, because that's the big sell on Rampage.
7 out of 10. Dale said 8. Now I don't know. Like we're getting high scores. Did we just miss the show tonight? 8 out of 10.
Are they rating us or are they rating the show? That's the question. Clarify as to which you are rating. If it's cross promotional rating, I think you need to divide it.
Quick question before I bounce. Are you surprised that AJ Styles gave the OC like what the fuck, and then he still got jumped? Like I thought with the time left on the clock, the OC might come to his aid. Something, nothing.
It's interesting, but then again, if we're slow playing it to potentially November,
yeah, valid. Maybe
you can have that. That's even what I'm mad at.
Could AJ Styles replace the Good Brothers?
With who?
I don't know.
The not so good brother. Oh, as this man's going to take a pause for the cause. So let's see who. I guess I'll replace KJ with all y'all as we're talking. But yeah, no, I don't think AJ is going to out here and go all Cotton Hill and just I'm going to replace y'all with another tag team, and I'm going to call them BH for or GH for Good Hank instead of BH. I don't. I wish that we would have gotten them involved, but I think we're still slow playing it to where I think we're either going to get a mass brawl, multi-team shit thing, at Survivor Series of everybody's involved. We've got like 4 fucking teams going on. Or maybe we actually go back to Survivor Series and we stop with this brand warfare thing. And I know JD was saying it, it's gang warfare going back to when we had, Los Boricuas and the DOA and the Truth Commission and everything like that. But I think that would work way better if make Survivor Series actually feel like it's teams versus teams, because there's a need for teams versus just, hey, you just got here. Like if Jey Uso is representing, like he can have a feud and have a match and everything like that at Survivor Series 100%, but if he's doing it just because he's representing Monday Night Raw, even right now, that's a little fucking dumb to me. It's one of those of the t-shirt club shit has died out. You tried it, it didn't work. It maybe worked when you took the draft a little bit more seriously, but at this point, you've got enough factions, you've got enough feuds, you've got enough moving pieces that you can, even if it's, say, Team Miz versus Team Cena, and they've got to, get members together with it and everything. And Team Miz is The Miz, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, this, that, the third. And Team Cena is LA Knight, et cetera, et cetera. Go back to that style versus Monday Night Raw versus SmackDown. Sorry. So Karen Jarrett has tied up Penta amongst the bottom turnbuckle, as Jeff Jarrett was causing the distraction, and Sanjay hit maybe all of 2 pot shots on him as you're out of here. So now all of the TNA 2007 alliance has gotten thrown out of ringside, as I've got Trey Miguel with a senton over the top rope on the outside onto everybody on the outside here, and he comes up limping though. I don't know if he's limping or halfway celebrating, but I'm in picture on Rampage. I've got right now the Rascals in control of the Motor City Machine Guns on Impact. Los Boricuas, yes. Yes, see, puppy. Pause. Jay Lethal credibility has been ruined by this circus of a faction. I don't buy that at all. Oh, Jay Lee. Oh, okay. I halfway went into the Jay White category. I was like, no, the Bang Bang Gang is legit. Yeah, Jay Lethal, I think, well, his credibility, honestly, at that point was already questionable. he was more known for the black machismo and, you know, dropping elbows on a fucking t-shirt like Ric Flair and everything and having his woo off. Jay Lethal, to his credit and his detriment, has been one of the most talented professional wrestlers doing it, but he is also somebody that will do anything and everything. And that's a lesson that could be learned from a lot of people of sometimes you say yes too much and you end up turning yourself into a fucking joke. As how the fuck do they win that on that? That's so weird. Sorry, as the Rascals just won. But so what in the shit was that with Alex Shelley? Like, unless that's a heel turn, how does he not, like, what happened there? Because he rolled in and like hesitated of like 1, 2, like he was almost mocking it. Like he could have broken up the fucking count, which anyone with a rational fucking brain would do. And instead he counts along with the ref and then realizes, oh shit, we just lost. Like, duh. That's such a flat ending to this match. And I feel at times, and this might be my personal issue with Impact and everything, is they have great moments, they have great stories, they have great feuds, they have a great talent roster and everything like that. I feel like at times, though, their payoffs on storylines, their payoffs on feuds, etc., their finishes to matches go over fucking flatter than, oh, I was going to use the corner line, but they just go over so flat and just take the fucking wind out of all the sales that was going on here. But so right now I'm getting the video package for Trinity versus Alicia Edwards out here looking like fucking Lucy from Trailer Park Boys, by the way, if we were already talking about that. But yeah, this is who you got. Between Alicia Edwards and Trinity / Naomi. I'm trying to check. Is this the last match left? No, so the main event, and I'll give it fitting the main event because match in ring quality 100% is going to be the best is Josh Alexander versus Steve Macklin. But right now we've got Trinity versus Alicia Edwards after she just got tornado powerbomb through a table from Eddie. And Trinity is on very much like how Nick Aldis has come out and said about how he's on a bit of a handshake deal backstage with WWE and everything like that. I feel like Trinity's on a handshake deal. I know KJ's especially talked about this, to where they'll bring in a lot of guys and they'll be on a short-term kind of deal. They're here for a hot minute and it's, let me heat you up and then you can move on here. You do enough for us because you're a name, you give us some buzz, and then we just warm you up. It's like going to the minor leagues a little bit, respectfully. But yeah, I almost wonder of, like, even with what we saw with the Bloodline involved tonight, if Jimmy's going to be involved in the Bloodline. And everybody's talked about for the longest time, well, what if the Bloodline had a female member or maybe had a few female members? Wouldn't it be pretty crazy if we add Naomi into the women's division as Alex is taking away the chair from Jay Lethal as Penta's gearing up, as I've got Alicia coming out right now, as I've got KJ coming back right now. And speaking of backs, I just got Penta hitting a backstabber on Jay Lethal.
Yeah, it would look like Penta was going to lose. Jay Lethal ripped his mask off, but Alex Abrahantes, the X Factor.
You can say that, but you can't say Los Ingobernables or anything like that.
Los Ingobernables.
The guy's name could be like Keith, and he'd be like, Keith. And he just managed to fuck it up. Like, but you can say Alex Abrahantes.
Alex Abrahantes. I love it. He's awesome. Penta advances.
Penta with the 1, 2, 3.
I just want to say real quick, Rampage does not count in any prediction title. So do not include that in your record.
It's so bad that every other show counts, but not Rampage.
Yeah, I'll blame the fact that it's taped, not that it sucks.
Well, no, I was gonna say, well, this is, I think, a make or break match here. We've talked about this. Who do you have with Naomi/Trinity versus Alicia Edwards?
I took Trinity because I didn't expect Alicia Edwards to be here.
No one did, not even Eddie.
No, not even Alicia.
Fair enough. I don't even know if Scott D'Amore pictured
that
her.
was a botched ending. One of them was supposed to hold on and slipped.
Yeah, and he's like, and Scott's just like, I'm not running out there. You saw Vince; he tore both his fucking quads. I'm fucking huskier than Vince. I'm gonna tear fucking all my quads and my triceps and my quadriceps and everything.
Scott only
I'm gonna tear all the seps.
Right, Scott only comes out to the ring if he's gonna hit a Canadian destroyer.
And bags.
Now we're getting a replay. Why does Jericho do commentary topless? Anybody? Anybody? We got a guy with a mask next to a guy without a shirt.
Because it's a joke.
Now, we're talking about Sammy Guevara, who's coming out to the ring. Nick,
he's not even having a match. It's not like he came from a fucking match. Like, this man is just walking around backstage fucking topless right now. Just fucking tits out.
So Chris and Sammy do this long-winded fucking promo last week, not this week, last week, about, breaking up and how much they hate kind of, the little underhanded jabs. Then they decide to be the sex gods again. Then they win and then fight and break up.
So we talked about this. This whole thing makes no sense. And I think Chris Jericho at this point he's now halfway. He's walking away and just eyeing down Sammy. And this literally looks like when you're the rebellious teenage kid and you're having a fight back against your fucking stepdad of like, no, I will go out and hang out with
You're not my real dad.
Right. Shut up. You're not my real dad.
Yeah.
But this is very much a fitting of, because I know you like the Tony Storm promos and everything of this is, chin up, tits out, and just watch out for the shoe is Chris Jericho 100% with this.
Who throws a shoe?
A fucking an Aussie because they drink out of it. They're just throwing a fucking glass at you.
If these two arseholes fucking make up again, I'm gonna throw up in my mouth.
Can I ask a thing, and I'll pull you, I'll pull Luna, I'll pull Anthony, I'll pull everybody.
You pull everybody.
Eddie Edwards, yeah.
You heard it here first.
Eddie Edwards, not the Chris Jericho of Impact Pro Wrestling at this point.
Say that again.
Is Eddie Edwards not the Chris Jericho of pro wrestling at this point?
Luna might.
I'm all up in the promo. He's the fucking P. Diddy. If you want your fucking husband, all up in the promos, all up in the match,
maybe
all up in the dirt sheets.
Right.
Like he doesn't do commentary, but they're both. Maybe have outstayed their welcome a bit.
Ew.
And just one puts a top on and the other doesn't.
Jericho's proposing him and Sammy have a match. Why does Jericho keep fighting young luchador-style wrestlers?
Because he's like, well, they move really fast and I move really slow. So if we combine the two, it'll look like we're working at the same pace, right?
Drink it in, man. Because he's a sex god, KJ. Yeah, looking like my
no, because that'll have the shit that'll end you up in the fucking toilet, calling the porcelain god here in the fucking. That's Chris Jericho. He is not the sex god. He is the porcelain god.
Sorry,
I said that's Chris Jericho. He is not the sex god. He is the porcelain god.
Jericho legit just said, I can't wrestle you right now. I'm in my announcer clothes. Your announcer pants, you asshole. No shirt, no service.
No shirt, no Jericho. I can't do this anymore. Like, think about this. Chris Jericho is deemed a better fit in the AEW locker room and a better thing to have on your television screen than CM Punk.
And they're hugging and smiling. They're going to have a friendly match against each other. This is such a drawn out, convoluted fucking angle. And like you said, it's like old stepdad yelling at his new stepson who's already 22.
I figured it out. AEW looks like, or at least I don't know if you guys have these in Canada, and just this might be being ignorant and everything, but AEW just looks kind of like the frat letters that you'd have over a fraternity house and everything like that, and that's 100% what AEW wrestling is at this point. It's just a fucking fraternity of fucking grab ass and cock holders. Like, oh, I want to wrestle you, Sammy, because we're so. It's so fucking placating. It's disgusting at this point.
It's like, dude, next time we do this, we get a chick in between us, so it's not. Anyway, Trinity, feel the glow.
Then it's not sword fighting. It's called a tower. It's a tower. It's different.
By the way, did we put it in the chat? I can't remember. Yeah. So
I don't know.
Predictions closed on Alicia and Trinity. Your Knockouts World title is on the line. Our predictions world title is also on the line. I guess I should have finished that sentence.
No, you're good.
But somebody brought up
in the signing of you will defend your title.
Right. Favorite Jay Lethal moment. A lot of people lean on the Ric Flair moment. Jay Lethal had a lot of good moments, but yeah, that one was unreal.
Black Machismo.
Black Machismo in general.
Moment, it's a character, but still.
Yeah. But that woo off, I mean, it stands the test of time.
Am I the only one that halfway thought that was a little awkward? Like, this is just two drunk guys just arguing at each other.
Oh, I thought it was genius, my guy.
Jay Lethal. There is no one that does the better Ric Flair impression than Jay Lethal. I'll give you that.
Right. Sammy G's dad is on SmackDown. What, LA Knight? Who, like
Ronald Mysterious?
Ronald Mysterious? Who we didn't see tonight. Wait, how did you
count that as a blessing?
Well, and I mean, I kind of knew, like, I mean, we had a whole crew of the WWE in India today, so we knew some people weren't going to be.
That's why we
get. I mean, that's what tonight felt like. Tonight felt like a gap fill. So, as far as my rating goes for SmackDown, I think I'm going to go 6.5.
I'm fine with that. I was probably right around there. It's one of those. It's a whole pattern. It's nothing progressed super far, and nothing really went either way. Like the biggest storyline potential out of this is AJ Styles going at the OC and the Good Brothers and everything like that. That's your biggest storyline. So that's maybe a thing. Did we even find out who got traded, by the way?
No. Like I said, and then they did say it was future kind of, but as far as I know,
future draft picks. So so SmackDown gets the first 3 draft picks in the 2024 draft.
It's Brock Lesnar.
I picked Roman Reigns, Carmelo Hayes. We traded it for compensatory draft picks,
right? For future consideration, for a bag of hockey.
Yeah, for cash considerations, Jey Uso has been traded.
A future draft pick. Really, Jericho versus Sammy Guevara at AEW Grand Slam. AEW, I love it. Grand Slam, August 20th. Thumbs down. Jericho keeps booking himself in matches like this, and it's not good.
I'll say this, and I'm about to take a pause here. I'll say it's very fitting that you said A&W instead of AEW, because this at this point has just become Weenie Hut General, or like Weenie Hut Juniors of AEW there. Of just we're handing out fucking root beer floats, and everybody gets a fucking Band-Aid on their sniffles and everything like that. This is such a fucking fitting and unnecessary and over convoluted fucking match to happen. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, 2 count.
Very good.
Do you guys really have a place called Weenie Hut?
No, that's SpongeBob.
Oh, well, fuck. My bad.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if we didn't. There's some town, someone's going to pop up in the chat right now and be like, actually, there's a Weenie Hut right now down the fucking street.
3 blocks from me, yeah.
Right. I go there all the time.
Right.
Good match.
Trinity just 5 guys.
So
sorry, Nick. Trinity boots the ref.
What?
Trinity might lose her title.
I told you.
Gable was released from the WWE? Question mark. What happened? Who said that? When? Where?
No, so
wait, what?
Fuck. This whole story is fucking convoluted. So Gable Stevenson, for those who don't know, who
that Gable,
controversial in the WWE, what already previously competed in a Greco-Roman style wrestling tournament and everything, and then they were going to have like their best in the world kind of tournament.
Oh, sorry, Nick. I know you're making
you're good.
Now, but Eddie Edwards is in the ring.
This is a goth trio, but this is a goth fucking faction that I fucking need in my life right now.
This trio, when you were
like, we talk about this type of shit? Sorry,
I was waiting for you to finish what you were saying because this trio, I love this trio. Taya, Anna, and Bunny. Let's go. Keep them three as fuck the Outcast.
And we've got what's her name there? The one that's not why am I fucking up her name? Penelope. Penelope Ford. The four of them. Well, no, we talked about that. We talked about when we watched NXT. We had Thea Hale that was halfway turned to God shape with JC Jane, and we had B Priestley there, and we had Gigi. And we're like, this is their fucking covenant. Their shit. This works that works so well right there. Shut up and give me that.
And here,
give me that as a female faction on your show, Tony.
Are we setting up a women's trio?
As Eddie's calling elbowing right now, Trinity, by the way.
Where's Jimmy? We want Jimmy. Oh, we got Tracy Brooks. What?
We couldn't get a Samoan, so we got Kazarian.
Man, this is the fucking feud that will not end. It is the lamb chops of fucking feuds.
I told you, Eddie Edwards is the fucking. Hey, Britt Baker out here. This is right now AEW's women's division up front and in your face, because we've got Britt Baker, you've got Sheeta, you've got Sky Blue. That's who they're running with as your baby faces. Yeah. The only thing that's missing is Tony Storm.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got
all
the spoopy chicks.
Oh, Trinity yelling out "ow" as she comes down on Eddie.
Did I
say Tracy Brooks?
That's Miss Brooks. But can I still just question as to what the fuck Trinity's wearing? Is she just wearing like a star neon sweater with a giant T in the front?
Oh, kendo to the face, not the head. Face.
Oh,
in the face.
In the face.
We have super weenies.
You would, JV. You would. No pause. You earned that. You had that. You took time to write that. You set yourself up for that. Sky Blue's got them cheeks.
So right now we got women everywhere. We got Alicia and Trinity still going back and forth as the referee wakes up and realizes everyone's here. And we got a 6-woman tag match going on Rampage.
Yes, we've got Sky Blue, Sheeta, and Britt Baker versus Taya, Anna Jay, and the Bunny as Penelope Ford's out on the ringside there.
Artist, you know what? I'll be truthful with you. I have a very strong Jericho bias right now, and pretty much anything he does feels sour to me. He's like an old bag of milk. And looks like one too. But
do you actually guys get this is a side question. Do you guys actually get like bags of milk? Like, is that a thing in Canada?
Yes.
I've never seen that before.
We get like you can get it in a carton or bags. Like the bags you usually get.
You don't get gallons?
Oh, no, well, we have liters because we make sense.
Metric system. Yeah.
Yes. But you have the option of getting like a 1 liter.
A satchel. I have a satchel of milk right now.
It comes in like you get 3 bags in a bag.
An IV drip of milk.
Right? Just hang it up.
I want strawberry, not chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
But so Naomi Trinity picks up the win.
And Stu. Am I the only one that I didn't like it? I didn't like it. Artist, you're gonna have to tell me what you liked about it. I mean, I just feel like Sammy Guevara should be fighting someone cool and hip and upcoming and young and somebody that
young
could help.
whippersnapper, Chris Jericho, is just,
Right?
he's out there. He's fucking Steve Buscemi out there with the fucking backwards hat and the skateboard of, hello, fellow children.
Chris Jericho's match at All In didn't suck with Osprey, but it wasn't as good as Osprey could be. That's my issue. So we get, Bandito, we get Will Osprey, we're going to get Sammy, and I think they have to slow down to compensate for Jericho's inability. So therefore, I hate these Jericho bookings. And really, this whole back and forth with Sammy, they could have broken up and already had a match. Now we're going to have a match under friendly. So who does the crowd supposed to cheer for? If everybody's happy-go-lucky, both of them, fine, I guess.
Judas in my mind.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I'll say this before I take a pause here. But Chris Jericho at this point, he openly or blatantly, I feel at this point, has feuds and matches with people that he knows will carry him across the fucking finish line. That will cover up enough for his lack of ability in ring.
And I think he wants to fight the smaller guys because it allows him to, one, look bigger, and two, he has trouble moving the bigger guys around. Like if he's trying to hit big moves or hit a power bomb or something on somebody with some actual size, he can't do it.
Yes, but shit, let's be real. You're bigger than Chris Jericho. I'm bigger than Chris Jericho. Half of y'all are bigger than Chris Jericho. Like this mother. That's why he's always like, give me the fucking flippy-do, the luchadors, the guy that works at fucking 90 miles an hour, because when I slow him down to 20 miles an hour, he'll at least be obeying the speed limit and it'll look like it makes sense.
Yeah, I just feel it's all convoluted. And I think you and I fought and screamed at each other about what Jericho was going to do. But you, and I still say this, you were right as far as what Jericho should have done. And you were right. You had the logic of Callis and Jericho, nuclear heat, run it up the flagpole, burn it down. And they didn't do it. And I'm sad that, I was like, they're not going to do it. And
that's
they didn't.
That's the definition of AEW at this point is coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Right.
But I'm going to coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah. All right. Nick's going to take a pause for the cause, folks. We are approaching the 3-hour mark live here on the Feel Good Friday. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Make sure you come back tomorrow. Come back every day. We are live. The channel that barely takes any days off, even though we got some coming up. But that all being said, we just got a really cool video package running through some of the history of Impact Wrestling, and we are setting up the main event. I'm shocked that this is the main event because it's a non-title match, but it does go to the standing of these two gentlemen right now, and I imagine one of them is going to be your next Impact champion between I put Anderson. That's hilarious. Alexander. Yes. So up next, we got Josh Alexander, Steve Macklin. It's going to be a banger. If this one under delivers, I'll be surprised. That last women's match was okay. Got a little messy with everybody involved. And right now, Sky Blue makes a hot tag. Here comes Sheeta. I like Sheeta a lot. Like, give me Sheeta. I don't much care for DMD at this point. And I agree with Nick. I really think that this unit of Taya Valkyrie, Anna Jay, and the Bunny works very well. As Taya comes in with a big kick. Dun, dun, dun. Are they going to tell us who in the fresh or fried? What? Alexander winning. I got Alexander with you, TJ. I will take it. Well, there you go. Hippity hoppity, bud. Now that's a fact, big dog. I don't even know what I missed. I'm feeling like he's breaking out the Painmaker farewell. I feel like been there, done that. Jericho's run through. I'm the Painmaker. I'm the Lionheart. I'm the, like, fuck it. You're the old guy that we're tired of looking at. And listen, I know I say this disparagingly about Jericho. I just think right now we get Jericho on every show, almost every show. And then when he's not on, he's on commentary. He's sitting there topless. It makes no sense. If you want to be on commentary, put on a shirt. Tell the guy next to you not to wear a mask. But I think at the end of the day, Jericho just needs a pause. We've had him for like 4 straight years just being shoved down our throat. And to me, I think there's times where, you remember when he was on 4 out of 5 main events for Dynamite? Like, that's not good for your company. Pause. 11-1. 11-1. 12-0. AB. I'm going to have to verify some of these folks. Market Sky Blue money. As DMD gets the win, the baby faces get the W. And on Dynamite, we're getting another fatal 4-way. And they just substituted Nyla Rose in for who gets a title match. So again, we've talked about this, where I'd like to see them build the story between a champion and a contender instead of just consistently doing fatal 4-ways, tournaments, battle royals. I like them. I like a good tournament. I love the King of the Ring. I love in the past when they've done a tournament that worked well and told a story. But it's too often to me, it's easy booking. Fuck it. We don't need to build an angle. We don't have to find a reason. You want a tournament, you're obligated to fight. As I get a package for Hook, your 2-time FTW champion, as he just successfully won his title back from Mr. Real Glass. What's up? I've seen how you doing. Are the bags of milk like bagged wine that come in a box? And we also do have those as well. No, but funny. It would be hilarious, a little tap. But no, you literally put it in like a pitcher. And like you drop, like you put the whole bag in, snip off the tip, pause. It made it sound Jewish. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's cheaper. It's cheaper than buying a carton. But here comes Coke and Diet Coke as we set up. I'm about to close the predictions, folks. Last call on Josh Alexander, Steve Macklin. 416 and 201. Okay. All right, we're going to close up these predictions. Brisk the milk, kosher milk. There you go, kosher milk. A sack of wine sounds horrible. But yeah, no. Some box wine's good for everybody. You got $10 and you want a really bad headache. Young Bucks for the win. Oh yeah, the Bucks versus Coke and Diet Coke. Yeah, 100% going to be the Young Bucks. And I truly don't know what the answer is here, but I don't know. They miss booking the women again. Yeah, artists, they are. And it's unfortunate. And I think when we saw what Tony did, and to me, it spoke to Tony's insecurities and lack of confidence in his booking, but also it spoke to his inexperience, because the fans start, rumbling about book the women better. And his definition of booking the women better was giving them a bunch of main events. Oh, we put them in the main event 3-4 times in a row, right? Yeah, they had to go after a fucking, a no DQ Moxley blood match. That's not a big deal, right? He's not booking them better. He's just trying to do what he thinks is best. And it's not working. Like, he's got to give them some angles. DMD picks up the win tonight, which I guess, but there's like, you got Sheeta, you got Sky Blue, who's on whether you like her or not, she's on an upward trajectory for sure. So why are you not using her? Why are you not letting her get more W's, even though she's had a couple, I guess? But, and again, Nyla Rose being in the Fatal 4-Way, no offense to Nyla. I think Nyla's funny as shit. But at the end of the day, why is there not another young talent in there? Like the same thing I said about Saraya winning at Wembley. That moment, that sentimental moment took precedence over, the women that you're developing. Toni Storm should have won that. Toni Storm's your most outgoing, unique talent you got. But then again, you got a heel to get a family picture. Like, it didn't even make sense. You didn't even have her build as a baby face. We had a baby face moment. Everyone says it was wonderful. It was a wonderful moment. It just doesn't make sense for the show. And I just like it to, I get it. It's fantasy. It's whatever you want to call it, fictitious, but make it make sense. 420 and 420. That sounds about right. Red velvet and sky blue ice cream bars. As right now, the Young Bucks in control of Diet Coke. Kosher milk. Brisk the milk. I think I read those twice. I agree. Macklin for the win. All right, we got a Macklin vote. I like it. Sack of wine. Young Bucks for the win. Speaking of milk, Jake Hager citing, where did you see Jake Hager? And that's funny as shit. Where is he just standing looking at the wall confused? Blankly? So we're establishing out of catering list for our living person show. Bag of milk, box wine, pizza, tacos, at least on Tuesdays. In Greek history, sack of wine is considered an insult. You sack of wine. Sheeta was a women's champ, and everyone already forgot. I mean, again, even going into, and you see what they did. I mean, but going into that, it would have been more interesting if Sheeta never touched the belt that second time. Going into All In, her being the champ, didn't really make sense. Then she had to qualify for her own fucking match, which made no sense either. Tony should have kept the belt all the way, even if Saraya was going to win it, because what was it? Oh, there's Jake Hager. There you go. He's a little translucent. I missed him at first. But he was just blankly staring off. Go figure. But do you not feel like you could have gotten to All In without Sheeta holding that belt? And then instead of, like, right now we got Tony and the Outcasts fighting with each other. Would that have not been better if it was, Saraya winning that belt, which was Tony's going into the show? Makes sense. Write the story clean. In Cuba, we rum juice boxes even come with little straw. Okay. You would think it juice box, but it's straight up rum. I'm down. Let's go to Cuba. All right, we got a 2 count. By the way, Josh and Steve are rolling already, folks. All those fine-ass women in that company under contract, and you can't book them. Nothing. Can't find a reason for them to be mad at each other. I think the problem is when you write the story for the AEW women, they all get really upset and it bleeds into like real drama. She said she didn't like me. They're like, it's kayfabe. She's like, we don't know what that is. I could see a 3-way match at BFG between Josh, Alex Shelley, and Steve Macklin. True. And I will point out, Alex Shelley's in a tag match tonight, and Steve Macklin and Alexander are main eventing. I love Alex Shelley. I think injuries allowed Shelley to win the belt. And you know what? After the career he's had for Impact, he deserved the belt. But no offense to him, your main event, your world champion competitors are in the ring right now. What is your early prediction for Izzy and Sean Strickland? Izzy. I think Izzy's got him. Yeah, straight up, Damian, without going too long-winded on that. I think Izzy's going to pop him. I like Izzy. Super kick. Super kicks to Jake. So Jake did his part. Got his paycheck for the month. Setting up the BTE trigger. Don't love it. I don't love that finisher. I really don't. But they get the win. And we got the suplex. Macklin reaching for the rope. Another suplex. Josh not letting go. Put the top AEW women wrestlers in a casino ladder match at Full Gear. There you go. I still think, Ronan, if you want the women to be taken serious, you got to give them some reason to be competitive with each other. The Young Bucks trying to get a cheer from the crowd. Not working so well, though. Our main event is next. I just assumed this was it. Oh, yeah. Samoa Joe and Jeff Hardy up next. So that's it. We got the main event of Rampage coming up. We are in the main event of Victory Road already. New Heels episode came out today. Is that episode 7? I got 6 done. So if there's a new one today, thank you, sir. Thank you. If you haven't seen Heels, worth a watch. It's a fun one. Yeah, worth it. I hate waiting week to week for shows now. We're so spoiled. Cardi B is nuts. You are what you eat. Jake Hager and his security blanket. Oh, that's funny. Purple Kango is gone. Oh yeah, he got rid of the. Yeah, it is. Remember he threw it at Jericho? Jake Hager got that one. The whole AEW thing makes me wonder why Sheeta won in the first place. I think again, when you set up, so I would imagine back to when I was young, like when I was a kid, and I was trying to book a wrestling match, like a wrestling show with my fucking action figures. Remember, like all right, well, usually this guy's a bad guy or this girl's a bad girl. Pause. You know, but I want like you just in your head change it. Like, no, this is how it's going to work, and you change from heel to face real quick. Because as a kid, that's all right. You're a good guy now. Who gives a shit? Now we're gonna have our fight. With Tony, I think he kind of books the same way of like, all right, Saraya's a heel. I want her to win it all out. I don't want her to win it from a heel. So we're just gonna throw in this instead of seeing where the story could arc and go and make sense and have continuity to it. He just spots things in because there's not foresight, there's not planning. It does show again. Remember, guys. Tony Khan had no experience at doing the job he's currently doing until he started doing it. Jeff will either tap or pass out. Too many pass out spots. But Jeff Hardy's losing this one for sure. Alexander reminds me of an angry paperboy from the 90s. You might have to elaborate on that. Yeah, Cardi is nuts. She said that she was a lifelong fan. Maybe she was. I don't know. Cardi is Illuminati. Oh, shit. I like Alexander, but I can't stand his headgear. It does kind of throw you off, right? It is unique, and he wears it for his reasons, but it does. At times, you're like, just take the headgear off. Do you really need it? But apparently, he really needs it. But I am in a commercial for Rampage. The main event of Victory Road is rolling along and a good pace right now. Big boo from Josh as he's backing Macklin up against the ropes. Folks, I will remind you we are back tomorrow for AEW Collision. We're rolling through. We'll be back all week next week. We got more pay-per-views coming up. Got more original content, more shorts, more shit on TikTok and all the other social media. So go check all of it out. Don't miss any of it. Go check all of it out. And as we always say, be a friend, tell a friend. We are growing by the minute, and we can't tell. I got distracted.
Well, I don't blame me. Don't blame me because I showed up in the middle of your fuck
up. Your face was so bright, so beautiful. You're like,
I'm just so bold, so brash. How would you say something so daring,
right?
So honest and everything. Yes, but no, 100%. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. We got the merch store, we got the TikToks, we got the Spotify's, we got the Google, we got anything and everything for your wrestling needs. We got everything from the TikToks to the Twitters. We got everything covered when it comes to pro wrestling, 100%. And nobody covers pro wrestling as live as much as we do. 100%. You're getting our full authentic reaction to it because we're here live talking about it. We're not like some channels that just come back and I'll wait till it's done and then I'll let you know what I thought, or sit there and take a clip and everything. You keep giving me this. Go ahead. Well, no, you're just giving me the nod.
Bouncing along with you, my guy. Mike Santana, who's getting a singles push. Unexpected?
Played by Carlos Santana.
Right. We're getting.
Where's Chad Groger? That's all we need right now.
Macklin, Alexander, both back to their feet.
I like this. You got the TikToks showing us you dancing?
Yeah. It might be Luna. It might be Nick. It might be me. It's
Might be
roulette.
Anthony.
You got to guess. You'll find out when you get there.
In
Like
the wheel, make a deal.
Could be Anthony.
Right. But no, so I answered the question that I heard that was brought up while I was on a pause for the cause. I almost said you were on a pause while I was on a pause. Was Sheeta won? Granted, it's shit booking because it's hot shotting, but she won because she's the easiest transition to take the belt, to give her the belt, and then have her lose the belt.
I completely agree. I mean, that's kind of what my take was when you were on pause there, was that it was just his way of, again, it's like childish booking of, I really don't, you know, it really doesn't line up, or I didn't really build for this, but it's my toys. And today I'm just going to, all right, this makes sense. Here you go. It should have just been a continuity in it, and you could have built what you're building now.
I wanted it to be Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter, but I broke my Jamie Hayter action figure, so you can't do that match right now.
Mm-hmm. Even if Jamie was healthy, Saraya was winning that belt. And that's all there was to it.
You think?
Oh, yeah. Tony was giving it to Saraya. I said it from the minute they booked it, that not only would Saraya make it into that match, she was going to win the belt.
I don't think she's even in that match. She may be in a match. She's not in that match if Jamie Hayter's healthy.
Tony was giving her that belt no matter what.
I don't. Sensical, logical booking does not make that make sense. That's the thing.
Sorry.
Well, no, that's how you all. That's everybody's worst nightmare. If you're getting your ass whooped and Jeff Hardy's coming out to save you, Jeff Hardy's your fucking EMT. If you're having a fucking emergency and he's out there, you know,
and everyone's favorite tag along, Matt Hardy.
Now, does he do a sobriety test like that, dude? Jeff? Now, can you walk the line? And he's got
high five. That's what the high five is.
Himself out and everything like that. He's like, I gotta throw the guns.
Oh. Josh Alexander, just throws Macklin. Big kick out.
Don't worry, Matt just is out there just to make sure of, yep, the paycheck's still rolling in. Hey, Jeff, that's what he whispers into him. Did the check clear? Cool, you're good. Keep going. Good job, bro. Good job, bro.
Don't screw up, little brother. I need the job.
Right, 100%. I'm at this point, he's literally fucked. If AEW falls out, no one is hiring Matt Hardy. Maybe GCW. KJ
and Nick are gonna do the hustle. We do the hustle every day, my guy.
So wait, well, 100%. I was more of looking at it. So wait, am I Katie Foreman and you're Red Foreman, or vice versa? Do the hustle.
Oh, big spear into the corner of the trio. Whoa, Nick. DDT.
No, he calls that the something else there, to where he's got him hung up in the trio woe and then hits it. It's like a kill shot or something like that.
Might be the kill shot. Or is this finish the kill shot?
Done. His intro, his whole packaging was so much better in WWE. Like, I don't mind what he does in AEW, but it just he came across much bigger in WWE.
I'd say so, but I completely agree with that. Like, I mean, his WWE entrance song is on my hype up list. It was wicked. It was well timed, well played. And again, I think it's just small things. Like, Joe's entrance here is good, but it doesn't have the same production, right? WWE, some would argue, is too clean, but it's super dialed in.
Well, I'm over here halfway questioning, is this how we prove that aliens are real, with Jeff Hardy here with the fucking third eye face paint and everything like that, looking like fucking Kermit D. Frog about to take on Samoan Joseph.
It's Paul. Jamie Hayter. Paul, like the alien. Jamie Hayter.
Oh, I was right. I was looking for Heyman. I was like, where?
Could you imagine?
I was like, show me the Heyman.
Right. Pause.
What?
Jamie Hayter's cool.
I got Heyman. Have you heard about this? If Cardi B won't be wrestling, but she might host or perform at WrestleMania 40. No, she's asked to be there. That's the thing, is anyone can ask to be there. I can ask to be on, fucking WWE commentary. Doesn't mean they'll fucking let me be there. Like, that's the thing. She wants to be involved with WWE because she saw what it did for Bad Bunny, etc. You can have that even what I'm whop at.
Three amigos from Macklin as he goes to the top.
The most Caucasian person on my screen just hit Three Amigos.
Statlander, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, Josh Alexander is Canadian. That might outweigh that. So.
Yeah, it might be a different level of white.
You believe it because of the headgear, though. At least he's a wrestler.
Boss was just saying he's got to get rid of the headgear.
Oh no! How do you feel on that?
I mean, at times I'm like, but I mean, especially babyface. Like, to me, usually a headgear thing would be like a heel. So, but I mean, I don't. He has a reason.
It's unique, and he's kind of made it his thing, so I don't mind it at all. Like, think about it. Angle was the first one to really kind of get super big with taking the straps off, and that's when that was his Hulk up and everything. So you'd have that moment where Josh takes the headgear off. What?
Pancake splat. What a fucking finisher.
What is just over? That ended that match. So, all right.
What do you mean? You didn't see it?
I don't give a shit. Yeah, I caught the end of it right now to see, but enough of that, and I've seen enough of the show to where Impact will do good matches. Their finishers, the finish of their matches are shit.
That wasn't a shit finish.
That match built to that finish.
Yeah, he hit his finisher. I don't understand what your problem is. What did you want to happen?
Not to feel like I kind of fucking missed while I was talking. Like I could have gotten a fucking
that's not their
and
fault.
Missed that fucking shit. No, but it's one of those of sell me on some fucking dramatic. Sell me on.
Just did. I was watching it. The match built right to that, and then there was a couple near falls, and then Josh hit his finisher. And he fucking ended it with a butterfly.
Right. And he stands up in the turnbuckle, and we instantly go to the fucking go home, the lower third. We instantly get the fuck on out of here. You're telling me, even Trinity's match, you're telling me that was a good finish? Trinity's match was a good finish.
With everything that happened in the match, to the end of it was fine. Like, I don't know what you mean. You missed the finish, so you're mad at it?
No, it's not that I missed the finish and I'm mad at it, because that's not the only finish of the match that I've seen tonight. And I'm like, the match was good, but the finish sucked.
I don't know how else like a match is supposed to finish. It built to like the point where somebody was going to lose and the guy hit a finisher. I don't know what's supposed to happen.
Sell me on the drama.
It's funny right now. We're getting the boneless wings commercial with Final Countdown as the music. I thought.
Yeah, how much did Applebee's pay for Europe there? Tony Khan's just got that Applebee's deal. Well, I had a bit of extra from Fight, and then they just said, nope, you can have that.
Look at this. Oh, my God. I'll have to go through and verify, and then I will pick.
I call bullshit.
Whoever got their the final answer in first.
Whoever lied the least wins.
But congratulations. Yeah, like, have fun with this, KJ. I don't know what to say. It was a good match. It ended well. Like, the man hit his finisher. Like, maybe because are we used to like people kicking out of 9 finishers?
No, it's to me a match like,
and still
no, and I'm not even saying of like, oh, it needs 18,000 false finishes and everything like that. But I should be built up and everything like that enough to where it's catching my eye the whole time and everything like that. Of doing what we're doing, though.
But I caught it. I watched the whole thing. You missed it, so you're mad at it.
I'm not saying that was the only match, though. You keep honing on just this match. I'm saying there was multiple matches tonight.
You were mad. Like, the PCO finish made sense to me. I was good with that. The tag match had a fine finish.
Maybe it's just you watch more Impact than I do, but to me they all seemed.
I don't think. I mean, if
flatter finishes than
if we were watching a random show, I mean, it doesn't matter. A finish is a finish. I don't know what you want instead of what you got. Like you're like, oh, and then they went to the lower third and left after the main event. Well, what do you want them to do? Hang around, high five? Like, what are we doing?
The guys are celebrating on the turnbuckle, and you instantly to the lower third. You're fucking babyface hero and everything. Just won what's supposed to be his big comeback match and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
You got over Macklin, big everything like that.
So we got a W.
So we had all of a 10-second celebration.
Well, I mean, they're not the WWE, so you're not going to get pyro, but
I'm not expecting pyro, but I'm at least him to actually fucking celebrate it before. Cool, he climbed the turnbuckle, and we're out of here. Good night. Thank you. Lights off.
I'd rather have 10 seconds of his celebration than a shorter match. You want more celebration?
I'm not. Now you're just fucking changing arguments here. I'm not saying that the match should have gone shorter or anything like that. I'm saying there was not a match that, to me, tonight built me, sold me, had me compelled going into the finish. Like, I was watching the whole show.
Okay.
There was nothing that sold me.
Not once.
Not once. That sold me. Okay, we're going home. We're building to the finish here. Okay, I'm compelled. Okay. So boom, here they were, and a false finish. I'm not saying 9, but a false finish.
False finishes. But that's where I'm confused, my guy. Just because you didn't see it, there were several false finishes.
You're so hung up though on thinking that, like, literally just because I didn't maybe see 10 seconds of a match that, like, I'm.
No, but you're saying there was no false finishes. But you said
I'm saying about the whole show. I'm not saying about a match.
But you keep going back to every single match had false finishes in it. Every single match had false finishes. So I'm confused. That's all. Here's our main event. I'm confused. Ty goes to the current champ. We'll think about it. 7.5 out of 10. 9.5. A lot of people liked it. Get your ratings in, folks. Let us know how you felt about Impact. Thought it was a great show. I liked the tag match between even Leo Rush was a good match tonight. Oh, there it is. Gotcha me. Bye Hardy.
Oh, you're there. I got Jeff taking his shirt off here. Twister. Oh, now I got the Hajime.
Bro, dust. I love it. I would love it.
What?
Murder.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but good on
you. Nick and KJ battle of wits on your mama.
What in the name of early 2000s fucking MTV are we talking about right now?
My guy Big Dog was just making it funny. I love saying it. So Darby Allin, Roderick Strong, Samoa Joe, Penta. I don't know how you sell Roddy coming out of this. Like, Samoa Joe's going to win, but then where does Roddy go with it?
Kingdom. And then you have Kingdom beat them for the ROH titles, and that sells down the road because this is going longer than any of us thought it was going to go.
Yeah, it really is. Can't rate it, didn't actually watch. Fair enough, TJ.
You watched us. Isn't that good enough?
Larry did say he was going to pass out, and I hate it. There's too many pass out spots.
Now, did he pass out because of the Kata Hajime, or did he pass out because of BAC? That's the question.
7 out of 10. Laugh my ass off, Big Dog. Smackdown was 6.5 for me. No Roman. Yeah, I was with you. I went 6.5 AB. I'm going to go a solid 7.5 for Victory Road for sure. Yeah, I'll go 7.5. 9 out of 10. We get a 10 out of 10.
Fair enough. Appreciate that. I was going to say 6.5, and 5. Do I even want to give it a 5 with Rampage? It was a show. It existed.
Right.
It was a thing.
In my opinion, this was Impact's weakest pay-per-view of the year. Just opinion, of course. Absolutely.
Just an opinion, sir.
Absolutely.
Just an opinion.
Yeah, I'm curious what it's based on. But I mean, again, I'm like, oh, he said more. Like, but at the end of the day, KJ, what if Cole makes Roddy lose? But that's kind of the heelish move, right? Like, unless Cole just fucks with him for sake of fucking with him.
Yeah, well, no, that's what it would be, because even if he fucks with him, like, cool, so then Samoa Joe still wins. Like, Joe's the bigger problem, not fucking I don't have a neck, Roddy Strong.
Yeah. The neck, the fucking neck
Yeah, I'm
creep's
not
hilarious.
turtly enough for the Turtle Club, Roderick Strong. No,
Right.
that's not the biggest threat versus Samoa and Joseph.
Right. It's crazy. KJ said they're gonna do something with Santana and not Ortiz on Rampage, a promo package for Santana. Look ahead. Dun, dun, dun. KJ and Nick, what's up, Victor? How you doing? How you doing? Whoa, you just said it, Nick. You know the show. You just proved that mentioning the network it was on. You just gave yourself away there, Mike. I don't. That one's for you.
What?
All the winning names in a hat. Last name pulled wins. Battle Royal. Ding, ding, ding.
What is the overbooked Battle Royal on All Out?
Right. I knew a guy who was going to open a bakery, but he couldn't raise the dough, and that was just the least of his problems.
What in the name of Jerry the King Lawler is going on right now with fucking Big Dog? This man's
Big Dog's feeling good right now.
He's got the fucking 1970s joke book.
Right. 4.5 for Rampage. Yeah, Rampage, I'm not going to rate. It is what it is. If Tony doesn't care about it, why would I? It still was good, though. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even arguing whether or not it was good or bad. I just felt like you had this thing of like a lack.
I wasn't saying it was bad. I'm just the finishes and everything. Like there were legit. It was a good match that led to a weak result.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Nick got me. Thank you. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Do not tell me you saw SmackDown, Sergio.
Tell me you didn't just say that.
Yeah,
tell me you didn't just say that.
Sergio promised he'd stop coming around bugging us if we watched SmackDown. So bye, Sergio.
You can have it. We're gonna be here at the end of the day, and you still keep tuning in. So
yeah, we might just.
That's not me,
right? We might rewind and watch it again right now. Look, even Gamer said so.
I was gonna say 100%. We'll do a members only to Sergio, and we'll just send it to him to where we watch Friday Night SmackDown.
There you go. Cardi B versus Kim Kardashian at WrestleMania.
Okay. No, please. No, I will give up. That'll be my breaking point.
In the What Lady Pops first match.
In the fucking balloon.
Right?
Fucking match.
Oh, fuck. It's chill pills, Nick. The chill pills, my man. He's your best friend.
Okay, fucking Jesse. I don't know what the fuck you're on about.
What match,
bitch? Like, is that what you're trying to say to me right now? You're acting like I'm his keeper. No.
What match on Collision are you looking forward to tomorrow night? I'm just curious to see what Danielson does more than anything else. I want to see what the whole vibe of the show is.
I was gonna give you that. I was gonna say the joke response and say the last one, so we're done for the weekend. But no, I want to see if this retains any sort of continuity of it being the pro wrestling show of AEW. Because if this becomes just Dynamite Light, then fucking pack it in. We're done here. Like, we know where this is going.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. Why did Goofy throw Butter out the car window? He wanted to know. Okay.
Wanted to see Butterfly. Everyone knows that's Butters. It's me. And that's all I can think of is Butters Leopold Starch.
Butters. We haven't had Butters on the channel in a while. Are we getting AMW versus Team 3D at Impact 1000? I think Mickie James and Mandy Rose or Lacey Evans. I think Mickie James. I think it will be another alum. I don't think it will be Mandy Rose or Evans. But I don't know if AMW can still go.
Well, I was about to say, yes. Are we getting root beer versus the Dudley Boys at Impact 1000?
Right. Like the whole AEW roster.
All three of them that get booked?
Right. Cardi B wants to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Fuck, why not?
So do I. Which one happens first? The world may never know.
Right. I'm wiped out. Nick, yesterday was a burner for me. I'm just out of it.
I started just thinking of the Beach Boys. Wipe out.
Yeah. Breaking Bad reference. Because we said Jesse Pinkman. I saw that one. There's 2 title matches tomorrow night on Collision. Jon Moxley defends his title against Action. Yeah, okay. So how do you look forward to that when you know Moxley's going to dust them? And Stat open challenge.
So Stat wins and Mox wins. So thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, that's a top sell. Please don't go. Please don't go. I want you to know you can go. We're going, so don't worry. Last call.
Thank you for giving us the permission to end our stream, sir.
Right? No, I think he was talking to Sergio. Nick's testy.
No, I didn't.
I want Elix Skipper. Yeah, Elix would be awesome. Canadian boy, let's go.
The man only known for the fucking hurricane run off the top of the cage. That's his one claim to fame.
Oh,
it's a fucking amazing claim to fame.
Yeah.
But that's your one claim to fame.
You may have butterfly, maybe a housefly, maybe a superfly, but I bet you've never seen a donkey fly.
Well, I never
donkey.
Catching flies.
That's a transition and some.
Yeah.
Heel Mickey. Oh boy, you're gonna get worked up. I love Mickey.
Mickey, she's so fine. She's so fine. Yeah. She blew my mind.
Opposing Gail Kim would be interesting. Has AEW been a laughing stock? It's been a spectacle. Now, maybe not a laughing stock. Rampage has been a laughing stock.
AEW is the 3-ring circus. The first ring's Dynamite, the second ring's Collision, and the third ring's Rampage. It's a 3-ring circus.
I'm really nervous about that second ring, my guy. Collision.
It might move to a 2-ring circus, I feel, at this point. Well, no, because we're going to go on, Daniel. You're the wrestling guy here, right? So this is, I as much as we all love Bryan Danielson, does he have that elitism, buckism, conism in him to where he just more likes the fact that he gets to play GM and it's really not that great? And if you tell him he's wrong, well, you're telling Bryan Danielson doesn't know pro wrestling.
That is the tough one, where that if you sit and listen to Daniel at the media scrum, he's very pro like Jon Moxley.
Oh, he's bought in. He's
drank all the Kool-Aid.
He is number 2 in the Manson family here.
So I mean, that's the trick with Danielson. I love Danielson. I think he was the best guy going prior to joining the BCC. But I think he's just happy to take certain guys have figured out, just fluff fucking Tony's pillow and tell him nice things, and you'll keep getting paid really well and booked really well.
See, and I'm of the mindset, I think Bryan doesn't look at it that way, in the sense of he thinks he's doing the right thing. He thinks he's Captain America, and he doesn't realize he's doing shit.
But you think he would know better about some of this shit, like the fact that
he was going to go to the fucking indies a while ago, regardless of everything like that. Like, he already had his way out of, he was going to continue wrestling. This has just been the biggest avenue that was going to let him continue wrestling.
Yeah, Miz let us know that for sure.
Right. So this is just, this is welcome to the fun house.
Big Dog says, when was AEW not a laughing stock? I know you're joking. I know that's tongue in cheek, but it's had its moments, my guy.
It started and then it just careened off a cliff. It's the best roller coaster in pro wrestling because it fucking really went up there and just fell the fuck out really fast.
Nobody tells Sergio the answer to this question. Sergio is refusing to watch SmackDown and is advising us not to.
No one put Sergio in a corner.
Sergio can Google that shit. Sorry, Sergio. Figure that out on your own.
Wax on, wax off.
That's that's it. Once upon a time ago, big dog. See, that's what I said. Great news with Mike Tenay and Don West. Yeah, sorry. Damien pointed this out as well. Mike Tenay, Don West going into the Impact Hall of Fame makes complete sense.
Well, at this point, is there even a commentary team you would think of or hear when you watch Impact Wrestling?
No.
Respect to Matthew Reinhold and Tom Phillips and everything.
They're good, but no.
They're right. They're good, but when you watch Impact, you watch TNA, you still think Mike Tenay, Don West, all that. That's what you hear. Yeah. You hear Jeremy Borash still.
That's a nice boulder.
That's a nice boulder.
Donkey. You will never know.
That's not just a boulder. That's a rock.
Boston. That's awesome. We're here. Ooh.
You said the exasperator and it's snowing. I know I tried to fucking differentiate between blowing on my microphone right there, and it's not going to translate, but
pause. No blowing on stream, bro. Donkey flew in Shrek on the back of a dragon. Boom. Goes the
dragon. So you're a girl dragon. You're just reeking of feminine beauty.
All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. Ronan throwing some lyrics at us.
Somebody once told me.
Got overtime high school. You're watching high school football. Jesus Christ.
Welcome to America.
Get the fuck out of here.
You watch Junior B's and shit like that when it comes to hockey. Welcome to America, to where we just do that with football.
All right,
we just watch that to where these motherfuckers run every play into each other. It's a big thing when y'all hit each other. We just do it every play.
Right. Teddy Hart joined the Bloodline. He more like joined the Chain Gang.
He joined CM Punk, Phil Brooks, and Ace Steel in the unemployment line. Yeah, that's what you were trying to say.
Yeah, he might end up in a whole different line altogether. With an L on her forehead.
Chow line. That's another line he might end up in.
Yeah, exactly.
You might be familiar with that too.
There you go. With the shape of an L on her forehead, dude. Yeah, he just laughed. Mike today should call him match.
The shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming. You're gonna keep reading comments. We already said we were going home.
I want to get out of here.
I'll just start singing the song until we get copyrighted. So years start coming and they don't stop coming. Back to the rules and around running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Well, rain gets stopped, but your head gets dumb.
That's my favorite part of any re-sing.
What?
I won't cry for you. I'm not reading everybody's fucking song lyrics. All right, I'm going to bed. Okay, I think it's thank you.
Don't cry for me, KJ.
Right? I'll sing Hanging on a Moment.
The truth is I always was an all-star.
Hangman Adam Page has top seller. AEW has passed MJF.
What?
No, that's bullshit.
In root beer sales, apparently, says Damien. Because he keeps saying ANW, not AEW. There's different. Those are two different companies.
UFC knockouts coming. AB just laughing. Sergio getting ribbed. Sorry, Serge, we're going. Actually, Gable has been taken off NXT roster page. I heard that was true.
Did we want him there? What did we expect the outcome to be of Gable Steveson post his NXT trio?
Well, I mean, again, I think it's bigger than that. I think it's a bigger story than his actual trio. I think if he was not dealing with some stuff, they would still be developing them. But I think at this point right now,
I think they're trying to do as much damage control and as much of how can we kind of slowly and quietly push you the fuck out of here. You just go figure out whatever the fuck it is you decide to do. Gable Stevenson's going to be fighting probably at like UFC 303 or something like that at this rate.
Right.
Because he probably will not be in the WWE for too much longer.
Yeah. All right. I'll take one about Impact before we head out. I think it's safe to say Eddie is no longer Mr. Impact. Yeah, Eddie's not the same guy. And his stories haven't held that title really well. We got other Mr. Impacts right now.
Eddie is as much Mr. Impact as Chris Jericho is Mr. Dynamite. Just saying.
I accept that. Hot dogs and wrestling.
So speaking of, well, what a fucking fitting transition. Speaking of hot dogs in transition or in wrestling, two wrestlers that look like fucking hot dogs.
And act like it too.
Right.
Izzy's dog will be watching. That's good news. Yeah.
What is this? The fucking shinning? Like, what are we going on about? Of like, my dog will be watching you. Okay.
I love how Impact gives the wrestlers freedom to perfect and express their craft. Well, speaking of perfecting and expressing our craft, we are going to express our craft on the way out of the building. That's it, folks. We're done. That's 3 shows, 1 night. We will be back tomorrow. We got more for you. And make sure you hit all our links below. Get yourself some merch. Join us on social, Discord, all that fun stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend. Nick, I'm tired.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is
somebody wants
talking about that wrestling. You better put that on line with it. And then I was coming. Don't stop coming.
Pause.
What? Somebody wants.
Have a good night. See you on the flip side. Where's the button? Bye.
What?